I don't like pun competition. This bothers me.
Are you recording yet?
Yep, everything's recording. You're all good.
No,
For
we're
those
not.
of you who don't know in the future land of YouTube, this right here is Mr. Willie, Big Dick Bill Troiano. He is my best man at my upcoming wedding to Miss Lynn. And Mr. Sfizzaro is our shield maiden.
Woo! Nick, please describe for us what the shield maiden does.
So I have to carry an axe to Jura because traditionally, and Jura, definitely step in if I mess this up.
Oh, I will.
You will.
It's traditionally a female's role because they have to protect the bride-to-be from the husband before they get married. And then
They don't copulate before they get married.
Yes.
On the night of their wedding night, yeah.
Exactly. So I have to bring Jura an axe on his wedding, which is the most badass thing I've ever heard. Yeah.
I like it.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, no dress.
That was my
No
first
dress.
question when I heard about
dress.
this. I won't lie. I was like, are you going to wear a dress, Nick?
But
So that'll be in October. That will probably not be televised for personal reasons. But what might be televised in the near future and not completely related to the Botch Pit is that I have received an invitation from a Mr. Bobby Doug from Nuke Atlanta in Atlanta, Georgia, for the Botch Boys to come down to the Nuke Atlanta Festival, which is a Fallout Mad Max themed LARP event that utilizes Nerf darts, heavy costuming, and all the grease and grime that you can for a weekend. The plan, tentatively, is to convince the three of these apes to get on a plane and fly to Pennsylvania, which we will have a 9-hour road trip down to Atlanta, Georgia in full costume. Lenny hanging off the back fender of the vehicle, Road Warrior style. And we will proceed to steal, pillage, and kill all vault dwellers, as we will be playing Raiders. I am the Raider King. And then hopefully, if all things go well, Nick, Chris, and Lenny will get to see me fight in the Thunderdome
The Thunderdome.
on Saturday night.
When is this?
hey, August?
August, right, Jura?
I think it's like 26, 27?
August 27th, 28th.
It's close. I mean, I'm down.
I'd like
Yeah,
to film.
27, 28, 29. Oh, forgive me. It's Juggernaut and Dogtown Gladiators. That's what it is. But if
That is
you
the
are
best
into
marketing interruption.
if you're into post-apocalyptic stuff and you're into watching guys beat the shit out of each other, I'm sure Nick will have a camera.
I will.
That thing better be rugged as fuck.
I was gonna
Oh,
say
yeah, that-
you got to put like a World Star logo on like the bottom.
Yeah.
It's just Bro Star instead.
Oh, I love it.
Ah, nice.
So, itinerary. Business boys. Business boys.
Yes.
Oh, you go, Nick. Please, by all means.
I'm gonna start. So I was supposed to have a throne by this time. And clearly I am now still sitting in my steel chair. There is no throne, and I am greatly disappointed with the things that have transpired for the past how long has this been going on for?
Over a year.
no
December.
way.
December.
Yeah,
It's
December.
been December. That's when I ordered it.
Yeah, because I remember I.
No, how long were you talking about it before you did it?
Oh, I've been talking about it for 3 years.
Yeah, like it's been a long time. It's been a thing.
And all it's going to be is it's going to continue the cycle, and the cycle will never end. But unfortunately, as of this time, there is no throne. But the throne will be eventually gotten. Acquired.
And just for not being like theoretical, it needs to clarify for people that haven't listened for anything before. He doesn't mean a figurative throne.
No, like a legit throne.
Not a seat of power. No, a really fucking throne.
It was like, what was it, Joro? It was like 6-7 feet tall. I think it was gonna
fit in here.
It would. I've
Yeah,
already measured
I mean,
this.
you have to tip
I
it
believe that,
around the
actually.
vents, but yeah.
Don't log into it yet. I want to make sure it's okay. Can Willie log in so he can hear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go right ahead.
Yeah, log in. Go ahead. Lynn, you want to log in and listen to this bullshit?
I mean, I'm sure she listens to our shit all the time.
But no, I was supposed to get a throne.
He's like, I'm not.
Tell us what happened with that.
So what happened was I ordered a throne in December, and it was completely black. It was 6 feet tall. It was black leather.
We all have the one that got away.
It was like...
Fuck you, Chris.
It was...
That's first one. What time is it?
I remember
9:42.
my
Later than
first
it should
6
be.
foot lad.
9:42.
It was exactly what I thought
Did you?
of when I wanted to get this thing. I placed the order in and got ran around. It was supposed to be here in March, the first week of March. And when I contacted the business, they ran me around for a couple weeks.
Yeah, it was a while.
Yeah.
It was weeks, and then I unfortunately these people did not lock the back end of their website, which you can clearly see if you do coding. Mm-hmm. And they left their name on there. And they left their address. So I submitted them to the Better Business Bureau. Because you do not cross the queen bitch.
Jura's here. He's like Jigsaw. And I feel like he helped engineer this, and you're like his pig person.
I'm not the pig person.
Are you saying Jura's your pig person?
No, I'm not.
One of you has to be the pig person. You got Jigsaw and the pig person. Jigsaw's
do
all
it.
fucked up. You gonna be pig person?
I'll do it.
That's cool.
What you were saying, Jura?
I wasn't, though.
He finished. He said what he was gonna say.
Oh, that was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You weren't done with the story.
Okay. So, yeah, no, I submitted them to the Better Business Bureau, and I got my money back. But I'm filled with disappointment.
Have you looked elsewhere for other alternative throne attainment?
It is like a relationship where you need to spend the amount of time into it, out of it, before you can repair yourself. It's going to be 6 months until I start searching again.
You're almost there.
It's almost there.
Or you just buy like 40 other chairs to sit on. That's
He wants a throne.
what I did.
He wants
It
a
just-
throne. Are you missing the point
And
here,
I just
Jura?
stack them on top of one
You
of
know him better.
each other.
Make a throne out of the shitty chairs.
Just
With super glue and
just
rubber
solder
bands.
them all together.
Yes. Yeah. Weld that shit.
The best thrones come from those who you've conquered.
He's saying like pull a Game of Thrones. So
think-
go take a bunch of other podcasters and YouTubers, take their microphone stands, melt that shit down, and make a throne out of the fuckers.
I think he's saying build a throne out of the skulls of your enemies.
Toss them in there. Why not both?
Wear them.
I got nothing else.
Oh, this is a horrible drink, but it's really good.
Wait.
Evil
hang on,
Lord James.
Hang on. Hey, bud.
What?
Is there creatine in it?
No, I am out of creatine.
What?
Yeah,
How is that possible?
I ran out yesterday and I never got any more. And I'm sweating a lot because I don't have creatine.
Oh.
Someone get this man some creatine. Give him a bang or something.
Next on the agenda. So we didn't do the introduction. We just kind of started.
Yeah, we went right for it. We were just like, we haven't done this shit in months.
How do we do this?
How do we talk to people? It's actually the first time we've seen each other
in like
in
3
months.
Yeah.
Like, so it's very odd and dumb because we're
Shut
all
the
still dumb.
fuck up.
Someone had to wear.
Don't get angry with me because your awful good drink is getting to
I'm
you.
not angry with you. I'm terse.
I like how you think that you're not as strong with English as you are, and then you pull out shit like that, and it just takes me. That's so good.
I'm dead serious. Every advancement I have learned in the English language, I have gotten from Lynn and or Willie. Willie has taught me some shit that I'm not necessarily proud of knowing has got into trouble. But Lynn has dedicated multiple hours to correcting and helping me understand the differences in like the way that I talk. Like one of the big things is how I talk to people, because I don't talk to people, I talk at people. And that can lead to a plethora of misunderstandings if you don't do it right.
Yeah, but let's be very clear. Half the people that you're talking to, you don't really consider people anyway. They're just things in the
Chris,
way.
I think that everyone is a people.
I didn't even have to call bullshit.
Let me guess. He had that snide smirk he gets
Oh, he
when
was
he's being
drinking at that
sarcastic.
smirk, and the laugh just comes from the back. It was beautiful.
It's been 3 months, right?
Yeah.
3 months since we've even done stuff.
We got together to start Star Wars.
No,
then everything fell apart.
not 3 months since we've done stuff. 3 months since we've done stuff collectively.
That's true.
It's true.
We're gonna talk about that too, Jura.
Motherfucking 48 hertz.
Oh, I cannot wait for this. I was telling everybody that when they were trying to get your attention to tag you with 48 in the chat. I was trying, man.
Everyone's like, Chris, we're not stupid.
They
I'm
didn't
gonna
go
put
for it.
48 hertz in the center of your fucking chest cavity, motherfucker.
Dude, Jura, not a single fucking person went for it. They were like, nope.
There's no one in there dumb enough to fall for your shit.
I
My
absolutely
love is just as caustic as my hate.
It's just hilarious. They all just got together collectively. They were like, no, nope. Denial complete.
Complete denial.
It's like in Mad Max. That's bait.
That's Have you been playing anything, Jar, with anybody? Have you been doing anything?
Oh, goodness Lord. Yes. My hair is atrocious. I have been playing a few games here and there. The majority of the past few weeks have been dedicated to my new job. But Vossen a couple of times. I played a Road Warrior-esque game a few weeks ago with you guys, or with the Botch Pit Botchlings. I still do stuff when I'm needed. When I'm
needed.
truly needed.
You're always needed, Jura. That's so sad. Don't say that, man. He vaped. That was a very hard vape bro moment right there. That was solid.
I'm trying to quit smoking again because I fucking started again.
So he took a vacation from quitting, is what you mean?
Like it became a point where like my voice was so low from smoking that it just sounded like gravel running through like a fucking cement mixer when I talk.
That's not good for you on any level, bro.
Yeah.
Especially if you bust.
So I got one of these
boom.
little Decepticon penises that are supposed to help you start. I don't know, man. I'm sucking off a USB port. I don't fucking know.
Is it helping so far?
No.
I see you ripping it like every 2 seconds, and you're like hoping something's gonna happen, and it just
It's
doesn't.
like 8 milligrams. It does nothing. Don't smoke. Don't ever smoke. Smoking is a terrible, dirty habit, children. Don't do that. Just,
Cigarettes are
drugs,
very.
stay away from those. Drink creatine.
Drink creatine.
Wait, how much nicotine is in it?
It's 8 milligrams.
That didn't sound like a Megatron.
Oh God.
But
It was a reach. Leave it
Jared
alone.
brought up something very important, is the Discord and everything that's being run in it, and everything that's been basically that's been an initiative that we've all been trying to push the past since the pandemic even started.
Yeah.
Yes. I was just thinking about how long
Some
ago
would
it's been
say
since that started.
before the pandemic started.
It was before, but I think the pandemic also kicked it into a new gear.
Yes.
Yeah.
Time got really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nick, you did a complete overhaul on that thing, and we talked about it earlier, and it looks phenomenal.
Thank you.
I'm thankful for the categorization. It's much
I
more
was
clear
even
now.
gonna say that the fact that I was in there around 6:37, and there's people in the mothership streaming live and talking and stuff like that, and there was people in one of the other RP rooms.
Oh, it was tonight JD's game, right?
Yeah, it was-
I think
it was
so.
JD.
Yes, it was
Yeah.
JD's game.
So
We have a whole bunch of games being run by different people in the Botch Pit Discord. But again, it's not just me. I'd like to think everyone.
I won't lie. I'm just really anxious for you to describe your game. I'm not gonna bullshit you.
No,
that's why I'm baiting you. And I'm like, what are you running very fucking soon, Nick? I want to hear about it, but I didn't want to be fucking obvious.
I was gonna say you and Jura have just been absolutely crushing it. Nick, Chris and I have sat around with our thumbs in our ass because that's what we do. But no, you and Jura have been
smells terrible.
You have no idea.
But
no, you guys have been crushing it, and the Discord is really taking on new life, and we have people joining like every day.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's absolutely.
And almost
we
all
average
cool.
about 4 to 6 new people a day.
Yeah, it's nuts.
It's amazing. And again, Jura, I just want to thank you for all the effort that you
seriously
have pushed forward with helping. with
You
that.
took care of that before like almost any of us did for a while. For like he was even in there because when you were working and we were all working, Jura was in there all the fucking time, even when this first started.
Yeah.
You got involved because of this. You were the first one that became a mod. And then
Yeah, that was a dumb decision on your part.
Why? Because then we upgraded you to a god.
oh
was
no,
already-
no,
you
he was
didn't
already there.
upgrade
No.
me to a god.
In the
I was
Discord, I
already a
meant.
fucking
We
god.
got no. He
You just
decided
built
to.
me a church.
the altar.
Does it have to be to scale?
Oh Lord, no.
No.
No, but like
Is this a palace for ants?
with increasing the community and how many people we have joining, it's amazing. Like there's sessions run. I'd say for the past
3 a week.
Yeah, it's crazy. Jura's run some sessions, like he said. I've run some sessions. We have other people who come to us who are dedicated members of our community, and we allow them to run on our Discord, and it's fully stacked out in terms of the audio, and it sounds amazing. And Jura, I'll let you speak to all the amazing things you've done in regards to that.
Okay.
He's like, no problem.
Do you want to say it now?
One of the trials and opportunities that we have had since the community started growing in Discord and we're becoming more nationally and globally recognized is this community thrives on a group of individuals who are adamant role players, both in lore and in story. And sometimes you just need a catalyst to get people to start running with the torch, so to speak. And something that I have sought to improve and bring to the role-playing community as a whole is the ability to have every storyteller have a moment to shine in the spotlight. It takes a tremendous amount of effort, research, and diligence to run a story. And I don't think there's a single player that can ever say that a good storyteller is not appreciated. So one of the things that I had been working on and almost killed Nick over, complete killed Nick, was I took an existing thing and upgraded it a little bit so that it worked for what we needed to do in our Discord. And what we are now, and I'm very happy to announce this, what we are now able to do is invite a particular bot in a series of commands in our Discord that will allow us to record in individual tracks every player and storyteller in a voice chat. What that will then turn into is the Botch Pit podcast. It will not be every single one on YouTube, but it will be on our website. Every one of them. They'll be categorized. They'll be uploaded for everyone's viewing pleasure. And that allows us to give back to the community, let other storytellers really shine through their work. And we are able to, as a group of entertainers, which the 4 of us are, is draw from these stories, talk about some high points. There'll be some teaching moments, some laughs. And really, it just showcases the community's potential as a whole. We're able to facilitate that for every storyteller in the Botch for every game going forward. that's not to say that every person who signs up brand new tomorrow is going to be able to use it. There's obviously some vetting processes and some communication and understanding of potential. But once that gets going, I think that our subscribers and the communities in general are going to see an overflow of podcasts. And they're going to be sessions run by a moniker that we're going to be calling, I believe it was Botch Pit Storytellers.
Yeah, I think we were still kind of working on that. But but it was basically, as Jura was saying, is there's so much potential in our community. And the fact is that these people that are coming to us and are joining us are with us not just because of our personalities, but the quality that we exude when it comes to this stuff. Like in terms of the camera work, the audio work, and stuff like that. And what Jura was able to do, and he killed me because I asked for very specific requirements for this.
Motherfucker.
Oh, he hates me for this, and I don't ever really talk about my background too much on this stuff, but what he has done is the impossible in terms of what the capabilities of what everyone else would be able to do. Isolated recordings at a specific frequency and sample rate that is what I would be able to use in any of the stuff that I use for my job. It's insane, the amount of stuff. That coupled with some of the stuff that I use to enhance the projects will make it sound world-class. It's insane. And this is something that we wanted to offer free to our community because that's what we care about. And it's I haven't seen anything like this before. It is industry defining. And it's something that I'm very proud of Jura for taking the initiative on. I just kind of was how would you describe me, Jura? A nag? Is that the best way to say it? Or someone who required very specific requirements? What was the term you called me?
Diva?
There were a lot of terms that aren't appropriate for YouTube. But I will say that you were adamant about the specifications. Very adamant.
Yeah, this isn't something that you would get off the street. This is insane.
I'll kill you. I swear to fucking God, if you ever do that to me again, I will jump to Boston and I will end you.
It's like the Hulk.
He will. Like
I know.
I did push Jura's buttons on it. I will admit that, but
I am in my vehicle managing a construction site. And he's like, oh, I don't know. This is only a 41 hertz. Can you bump it up to 48? And I'm like typing on this little fucking Mac from hell, trying to get the goddamn shit to work. And Nick's like, if it doesn't do this, we can't use it. I'm like, oh, okay, fucking Nick. And just losing my proverbial shit for like the better part of a half a day.
It's true. I hopped into that voice chat and I was a little scared. And he wasn't even threatening me.
So this is my first time hearing about all this.
Oh, dude. Like, Nick's just
Lynn
like
brought me
there.
so many beers that night just to like keep me like at an even temper because
dude,
it just, I was growing more aggressive as minutes passed.
It gets even better because Nick's just sitting there dick farting around on Resident Evil 8. And Jura has a jug of creatine, chomping away on that, slams it down, just washes it down with Tito's. And I'm like, oh my God, he may kill Nick.
yeah, I've never seen Jura this angry at me.
Like,
ever.
You of all people, like, he gets mad at me because I'm me. And he gets mad at you because
I mouth off.
You're you. Never you.
No, I am the golden.
I was gonna say you are the favorite child.
He's the oldest son.
We are Chris and I are the redheaded.
Nothing new to me. I've been stepkids at least 3 times now. So whatever.
Lynn, you need to thank Lynn. because she goes, "You can't be mad at him. He's just doing what he does. He's trying to make sure it's perfect." And I'm like,
As there's holes in the wall.
Hold on, though. Here's the important question, though.
Yeah.
Jura, did you do it?
"What?
Did you make it happen?
I always do."
He made
It's
the
And that's why Nick demanded it from you, man. You knew you could do
When
it.
when Lynn and I were coming to view this fucking
ramped
house, 15-hour drive. Do you know what I was doing, Chris? I was writing a Genesis script. I don't want to fucking hear about time constraints, okay?
Hold on. I scripted it. You gave me all the bullet points and all the descriptions.
A bullet point, you motherfucker.
I'm sorry.
but I'm serious. He did the impossible.
Yeah.
And he did this.
That's insane.
He did
like
this.
I'm not even fucking around.
That's what ACR do.
insane.
Not on my dick.
He he did that because of his love of the community.
All of them?
I don't know.
Every single person?
Probably.
I don't
I
buy
don't know.
that.
I feel like that's 95% true. The other 5% was out of spite and rage towards you.
But I'm telling you.
Okay, he said it couldn't be done. Don't ever fucking tell me something can't be done.
Oh.
Don't fucking ever say that.
I was not the person who said that, Jura. I said to do it.
I feel cold
Hold
all
on.
of a sudden.
So what's he doing? It looks like he's holding a remote. Is he doing it? Is he ending you, Nick?
It's
Is
the
it
remote
over?
detonation.
Is he so
7:51 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's not something that is atypical in the industry, but if it could be done,
it
it
froze.
would revolutionize things as far as recording goes. 8:03 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sure.
Didn't hear any of that, bro.
Yeah,
You cut out the entire
It cut
time.
out.
He's showing me a victory face, but we didn't hear you. I believe
What
you, though.
did
You
it
seem
say, Jerky?
spirited.
Say it one more time for the recording.
Oh. I said 7:51 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Nick says it's not something that's currently possible in the industry, but if it were to be done, it would revolutionize the way that we record. And 8:04 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I said, "Yep."
I didn't say that you couldn't do it. I said it would be revolutionary, which it is.
Chris, do you remember the first message I ever? Yes, you got a whole picture of them. That's so cool. Do you remember the first message I ever sent to you?
Off the top of my head? Huh.
Thanks, buddy.
I'm pretty sure it was just something very basic, like, "Hi, my name is Jura. I'm a huge fan of you guys, and I've been listening for a while."
I had been working on it since then.
Okay. I remember it was through Facebook Messenger, through the pages and shit.
Yeah, it was.
I know you had other options.
I've always
Jura.
been there, Chris.
I know. That's why when I see people running their mouths in the server, I'm like, don't.
We're not there to.
What do you
mediate. We're
say?
there
What
to
was it
warn.
called? BJ, and it's before Jura.
Yeah,
was the term you
yeah,
used?
Yeah.
Yeah. PJ. It was pre-Jura. Pre-Jura. Yep. I learned it.
Pre-Jura. Yeah.
One day,
It's
like,
never pre-Jura.
one day I was talking to
It's
Jura
never
about
pre-Jura.
something. I was just talking to him about some shit, and I hung up, and I called Nick back, and I was like, "How long do you think he's actually been around?" And he was like, "I don't know." I'm like, he knows a lot of shit. I was like, he's been watching us a long fucking time. And I hopped off the phone with Nick, and I decided to just go, you know what? If you remember, it was like 8:15 in the morning, Jura. And I called you and just like, "How long have you actually been waiting to talk to us and watching what we do?" And you're like, "From the minute you signed up on YouTube." Or some shit. And it was just like, okay. He's a phantom. He's a spirited big brother of darkness.
Yeah, he's a force.
He's a force.
It's an unseen force that's always present.
The question is, which polarity will you get? And you don't want to be on the bad side.
I have no bad sides.
I love it.
You're right. It's not a side. I made it up. It's all of you, Jura. I'm sorry. He's just staring blankly at the monitor.
There's two sides, Chris. There's less rage, and then there's all the rage.
He's like, Nick, inside
Lenny?
I have four
Yes.
Nicks.
Rage implies vengeance. I do not do vengeance.
He does justice. It's the interpretation of justice which you have to worry about.
Did you there's a scene in Diablo 3 that's like the best depiction of me ever. Imperious and Tyrael, which is my fucking dad's name, get into a fight. And Imperious tries to get the upper hand on Tyrael, and Tyrael says, "You cannot judge me. I am justice itself." And that's a good thing to live by.
I just don't.
It's amazing.
I just don't fuck with the guy.
My dad has chicken pox.
Verbally,
by
sure.
the fucking way. My dad has fucking chicken pox. He's supposed to come to my son's birthday tomorrow, and my son turned 8 on Wednesday. Little man's getting big.
Happy birthday.
We've got a whole Godzilla birthday planned for him. We're celebrating his brother, and his sister. All 3 of them, same day. And Willie and Lynn and I spent like the past hour and a half making these like pull noodle swords so the kids could beat the shit out of each other with them. And my dad sends me this text message, and he's like, "Can't make it tomorrow. Have chicken pox." And I'm like, "You're fucking 60-something. How the fuck do you have chicken pox?" And he's like, "I don't know, but I have it."
Did he ever get vaccinated before?
No, bud.
Well, then that's how we got it.
Talking about.
I was like, I didn't think it was going to be a yes. He didn't strike me as a vaccinator. He's like, if it doesn't kill me, I'll be stronger at the end of the experience.
He just doesn't care. He's like, like he could be. My dad had, if I might anecdote for 1 second. My dad. My dad was not your typical father. My dad was very brutal in certain ways, and he never did it out of anger. It was always out of trying to make me the best man I could be. To my father, integrity and willpower are the 2 strongest things anyone can have. My dad walked 3.41 miles into the woods the day after Thanksgiving for opening day of deer. He climbed 14 feet into his tree stand, to which he had a heart attack, became aware that he was having a heart attack, decided that he wasn't going to die from the heart attack, calmed his breathing down, climbed down 14 feet, walked another 3.41 miles out of the woods, still having a heart attack, got into his truck, drove to the hospital, told them he was having a heart attack, and then was life-flighted to a different hospital because it was so severe. This man won't die because he doesn't want to. And when I said, "Dad, what motivated you? What made you consider these things? What drove you in that moment of infinitesimal ferocity where you're meeting the end of your life possibly and drove you to just push?" And he said, "Son, I didn't want people to find me with foxes eating my asshole because that's what they go for first." And that's it. That's fucking it.
That's amazing.
That's beautiful. And it's
Badass story in just the.
And now he has chicken pox. Now he has fucking chicken pox. And he goes, I'm like, "Dad, if you need anything, let me know. I will get it for you." He goes, "Son, have you ever had chicken pox?" I'm like, "You're my dad. You would know." And he goes, "Well, you haven't. And it's incredibly contagious." And I'm like, "Just tell me. I'll get you anything. I love you." I don't ever say that. And he's like, "I'm fine. Shut up."
wait a second.
Like, okay, I'm sorry, Mom.
I like October. When October happens, man, I am both excited and terrified to meet your dad.
Don't make eye contact.
I may shit my pants.
Don't make eye contact.
Hey.
Don't.
Okay.
If he looks at you, he'll do this.
I can't see you.
He'll do a little chuckle.
That's it.
Oh, okay.
He's like
He knows each one of you intimately.
Oh Lord.
I mean, I'm not surprised.
I pretty much put myself out there. You know?
How out there? When's the OnlyFans?
He goes liberal.
That hurts.
No, but he's absolutely he is by far my absolute hero. As big of an asshole as he is. Hey Dad, if you watch this, I love you, and everything I do is because you beat it into my head. So this is your war and I'm fighting it.
Honestly, I'm just glad I made the dude laugh.
Yeah, you did. That's a rarity. You might live.
Yes.
He loves Lynn. This is the crazy part. The man is Trantor the Troll, 15 foot tall, scarier than sin, lightning crackles when he growls. To Lynn, he's Mr. T, like Mr. Dad. And he's just like we went fishing, and he's like bonding with Lynn. And I'm over here fighting Jormungandr in the fucking river. And he's like, yeah, just get me that net. Just grab that net and here, I'll show you how to get the fish hook out. And I'm like punching fish and throwing them on the fucking riverbank. And like, all I want is him to be like, good job, son. You know, I taught you that. Good job remembering it. And he's just like, and like goes back to talking to Lynn. I'm like, this smooth, silver-tongued motherfucker is talking to my woman.
But he's a world-class gentleman to her. That's
no, he is. He loves her. Not even married yet. He fucking loves her. I've been my dad's kid for 35 fucking years. Never gotten I love you. But Lynn gets the fucking golden key to the city. Known her for 1, 2, 3 years.
By the way, I've noticed both you and Jura have been doing that now for emphasis. You go like 8 octaves higher. I don't know if that's because you've picked it up for him or vice versa, but either way.
Oh no, I've learned his mannerisms.
You really have.
I'm a homunculus. I have no emotion, but I take your emotions. And
I just noticed that tonight because I was thinking about it when you were talking about the throne. I'm like, holy shit, Jura does the same fucking thing.
Me and Jura have been hanging out a lot.
We have.
Even Wheezy Nick.
Yeah, it's true.
Chris,
yo,
burn the servers. Lynn just texted me. So Chris,
what up?
This next part comes from absolute love.
Okay,
but
go ahead, hit me.
I have gotten so many messages, and I am Jura the Hammer. I am the people's hammer. I'm the champion of the people, and I speak for the people.
Yeah. Where are we going with this, Jura?
7 guides you promised. When is your next mage guide coming out, and when can the people expect it? Because if Penny messages me one more fucking time asking about it, I'm going to shave you, all of you. Every part of you, just shaved. You will be smooth and pure from this day forward.
I feel shamed into my corner. I feel like I'm gonna leave the server. Quit bullying me.
No, don't you dare pull a. Never mind. Not to make fun.
There you go. You took the bait. Thanks, buddy. I knew you would. I knew you good
for those of you that don't know, the only person on this planet that probably works nearly as much as I do is Chris Dyer.
It's a good time.
But Chris has this fucking issue where he overcommits and underdelivers, and I will never let him live it down ever.
Remember how I said that to your face?
You've also, but you'll notice I don't shy away from it. I've gotten a lot better.
He has gotten better.
A lot of those ones you're mentioning are from when we first started. I hope.
Jura has the list.
Hey.
He's gonna rip it out.
He's gonna. All right, hold on, stop, wait. Before you even start,
Do you want me to do it?
There you go. Go ahead. He knows. The man knows me.
Is Deviant on there?
It's on there. Shut the fuck up, Lenny. Yes, it's on there, but shut the fuck up.
All right. So to be fair, I don't know the exact mage ones because I just write mage garbage. Mage garbage. Pathfinder 2E. A rehash of vampire garbage, Mage garbage, mage garbage. Why did he mention it came from beneath the sea? That's the list.
Where's Beast on there, Mummy?
I didn't put beast.
Sona's really looking forward to Beast.
It's because she likes to see me in pain.
We all do, Chris.
Listen,
We all
children,
do.
Chris is very busy, so Hammer
All right,
Daddy's
hold on,
trying
though.
to knock it out for
Like,
you.
joking
right now.
aside, if my laptop was down here, I was actually in the middle of clip fixing my last guide before I sent it over to Nick to pretty it up and do his work.
So delete everything.
No, I mean, I'll even show you guys after. I'm not bullshitting. It's up and it's done. And I've got 5 other guides written. Some of them are the ones that aren't on that list. They are entirely different guides because I'm apparently an overcommitting and underperforming piece of shit. And I like living down to my reputation. The good news...
You live in your own swamp, though, buddy. Like, that's the
I know
thing.
that.
It's like,
I
you
know.
get so fucking down on yourself, and then you're like, I'm really not worthy of this librarian, and I'm so garbage. And it's like, if you had one shred of confidence in you, and it's probably my fault that you don't anymore.
Actually, Jura, I'll say this. You've done nothing, realistically, ever, but encourage and push. Like, you've never dragged me down. You
Just
give
like
me
my
shit.
dad.
You give me shit because that's what friends do. Like, this
Because
is what
no
you
one
do.
fucking gives you shit. You got passive
Oh, that's not true. Hold on.
No.
Now
Bullshit.
you're overcommitting to your shit because that's
like,
not true.
Well, that's just Dyer. And like, oh no, I want fucking bother Dyer. And Nick's
doing
like,
this little arm
I
wobble
can't
thing.
argue with Dyer because it'll spiral. And I'm like, fuck it.
Whoa!
No, I think the second one was me. You said
Oh,
the second
okay,
one was me.
okay.
That sounds like something I'd say.
I was gonna say I find any chance I can to fuck with Dyer.
Yeah, but there's definitely times where I find you can tell by voice you're like, you know what? I'm just gonna call you later or something. You're like, are you okay?
Every one of you calls me to bitch about one of the other people.
I haven't done that in a long while though.
Actually, that's not true.
I haven't. I don't think.
Lenny, don't play higher than now. Don't do it.
No, I've definitely called you to
Don't.
bitch about
We've all
Dyer.
done it. We've
Yeah.
all done that.
Oh,
We've
no.
all. We're cool. Let's all be honest. Every single one of us has gotten pissed at each other.
I've never complained about Nick.
You know why? I'm gonna tell you why you never complain about Nick. It's because you know his only major flaw is his ego, and it completely doesn't phase you.
Who the fuck are you to talk about ego?
I never said I was innocent, which actually brings me up to almost any. Hold on. Almost any fight Nick and I have had has been an ego fight. Realistically, there's been a couple of times where it's been personal, but usually it's just stupid shit. I don't think we have serious fights.
I mean, I don't.
I'm looking to Nick see if we haven't had like serious fights over serious
Lynn's
shit. It's
coordinating
always serious fights over
questions with the
stupid shit.
botchlings because they saw that we were doing something, so they'll probably have questions.
Oh, cool.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah,
Cool,
I'm fine.
awesome.
But yeah,
I don't
no,
think-
you and I.
You're cool with it because she's doing it. So shut up.
Thank you, Lynn.
Thank you, Lynn.
Thank you, Lynn.
Well, it's like the hosting thing we did where she was taking the polls on
Yeah,
what
she's
characters
This
should
is
die.
really
That was
strong.
awesome.
Nice.
You and I have
Did you
never.
guys see the pillow she got me? Hold on. Look.
Sure.
Look.
Wait.
1 second. Segue. Get that pillow. The pillow.
Segways.
The pillow. Lynn bought me this pillow, and it's
It's a Danny DeVito
my
pillow.
personal hero.
Oh,
It's
I
a
know.
Danny
Oh my
DeVito
God.
pillow.
I know the one. That's amazing.
I love it.
Yep.
But yeah, no, Nick, you and I have never been in a fight. Usually when we're pissed at Dyer, it's for the same reason.
So, Lenny, I will say this. We gas each other up.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's terrible.
Actually,
yeah.
how many times have I been innocent in the times you guys have gotten pissed at me? Anytime I've actually been responsible, you've been like, well, quit being a dick. But the times I was innocent, I got chairs.
We did throw chairs at you.
It's not you being a dick. It's you
Sometimes it's
swooping
being a
in like Tim Allen. Your captain has arrived. And I was just like, motherfucker, we have been working. Nick is dead. Nick can only handle so much. And Lenny can't take a break away from eating a 64-pack of fucking crayons. And I'm literally planning the fucking world's downfall. And I'm like, oh, let's see what the Botch Pit's doing today. Like, fucking goddamn it.
He's like Den Mother.
I was going to say, Jura is literally Donald Glover in that meme where he walks into the room on fire when, like, we're unsupervised for, like, an hour.
I love that he did the Galaxy Quest quote, because I say that all the time to Chris.
It hurts. I just usually shut up when it happens because I don't mean to do it.
But we love you. We all love each other very much.
Definitely.
But there are times where I have to go downstairs and lift weights a second time during the day.
There was that one day I wanted to fucking strangle you last month.
It was
that. You know what it was.
When you said, I want to punch you in the face. Dude, that was like 3 months ago.
No, it was not.
It really was.
It was a month ago.
No, dude.
I was an actor once. I played Richard III.
I'm going to point out that Nick has been making this reference, Jura, since before you officially started recording with us.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know.
No.
He always knows.
No, I remember because it was the week in between I got my between my first and second shot. And that was Don't worry, I'll still pay you that $40 so you can spit in my mouth.
Well, what?
No, because I remember calling Jura and asking him, like, yo, do you think this vaccine's worth it? And he's like, honestly, if you just want to give me $40, I'll spit in your mouth and you'll be fine.
He blessed me.
I know, he blessed you. He still hasn't told me what was in that mead.
I don't think we want to know what was in that meat.
It was a good time. I got fucked up.
But
I mean, no.
Redson mead, made by Redsons for Redsons.
That's why it put me on my ass. But no, there have been times I've never really been pissed at you because usually you're right. We do gas each other up, and I know what buttons to push with you, so you can redirect it at him. And then he gets mad at me for gassing you up
because I know you're not responsible. I know his shit. I know when it's coming from you, and I know when it's coming from him. And I'll be like, "What the fuck did he say?" Like, listen, it's not about what he said, but even if he did, he had a point. And you're like, "Oh, you fucking asshole!" I'm like, "All right, let's do this. It's that time again." But so I'm guilty sometimes too, though. So whatever.
Oh, you've been very guilty.
Yeah.
Like I said, that recent one, I wanted to fucking.
But that was so dumb. It wasn't like anything that offensive. The way I meant it at all.
No,
at all.
It wasn't even that.
You got flipped out over nothing on that one.
No. It was that one thing that Jura, and I know you're trying to bait me, and it's working.
What?
To get me cast up, you fuck. But no, it's that one flaw that Jura pointed out. You have to just overpromise and underdeliver.
It's amazing I ended up with 3 kids, to be quite honest.
You overdelivered on one of them.
Lenny, how's your Lenny?
Yeah.
Did you recently got the Scarlet too, right?
I did.
Where's your fucking shit?
Hey man, I said from day one, don't expect him to make videos. I'm just here to play.
He's just chewing. He's just chewing at the camera.
It's the Ace Ventura.
I said, if Dyer wants to write the scripts and have me do a voiceover for one, I'd do it.
I love how all of that ends up on me again. However, to your delight, I actually am working on a D&D guide.
Okay, cool.
And I already spoke. Remember, I spoke to you, I think, a week ago about it too. Mm-hmm. I know.
You speak about a lot.
So
yes, but I'm back on a normal schedule.
So hang on.
It sucked.
What I'm hearing is, I am delivering. Actually, I'm over delivering what I promised.
That is true. It is true. He promised nothing, to be quite honest. He's made that very clear. He's like, I'm here to play, and I'll talk.
and jump through Jenga blocks in a shark mask.
That was amazing.
That
was one of my favorite.
The table does not agree.
That was one of my, I didn't throw that away. That was probably one of my favorite films.
Can I get that mounted as a trophy kill?
You already mounted it once.
I think Nick and I have a collection of masks now.
We do. We have a collection of many things, Jura.
We've
assembled over our travels.
What can
What is?
So we can expect more podcast material from Botch Pit Storytellers. Yep. What else can we expect in terms of lore dumps?
Okay.
All right, I will actually chop in on that. One of the guides that I did start, that I actually completed, I'm starting to dig a bit more into the old World of Darkness stuff. I'm still gonna do a little bit of the quicker.
Wad.
Yeah, so I'm still gonna do kind of. I'm not gonna go Nick level crazy with it because Nick's crazy with it. But I'm doing definitely more extended guides on the old World of Darkness stuff. I'm gonna still do the newer World of Darkness stuff the way I did, a little bit faster, like just pieces. I just got back on a normal schedule after a year and a half or so. It's been so now with the state of emergency being lifted here and me not having to do that level of stuff, I have some control over it. So with that said, I already finished my first guide for Hunter the Reckoning, which covers the creeds, the virtues, what they are, how the imbuement works, what the messengers are, both canonically and non. And that's, as far as that particular lore dump, that's there. I got that done.
You're so donkey brained that you have to go back to old World.
It's not that.
Right.
So I don't know if you've noticed this, but this is going to sound, I guess I'm critiquing. I haven't heard a goddamn thing about any new Chronicles of Darkness content in a while. I've already got Deviant coming. Mummy's on its way. I haven't heard shit.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
I'm not baiting you, Jura. But fact of the matter is that my children invaded the basement. Love you too. She's going into the backyard. I'm sorry. But there hasn't been any announcement of new stuff. I have Deviant Mummy Hunter 2nd edition is coming out still. I can work with what I already have for New World of Darkness, Chronicles of Darkness, obviously, for the time being. But I've also noticed a very strong community revived interest in the original World of Darkness stuff. A lot of people were campaigning for Hunter 5e and all that sort of stuff. Obviously, it's not going to happen. But with the revived interest in the original World of Darkness, they're obviously doing Vampire. They're doing Werewolf. That Werewolf video game just came out.
My dog is dumb.
Feel that, dude. Did you play the Werewolf video game?
He did.
I did.
All right, so we're going to move past that. They're making a Werewolf 5th edition. That reactor just told me all I need to know. Vampire Coteries was really good, though, apparently. That sold really well. So there's a huge revived interest in the original World of Darkness, and with the success of the late 90s, early 2000s video games of Hunter the Reckoning, and with the kind of retro movement that's going on, it's only a matter of time before they try to capitalize on that. So I think there's going to be a very strong renewed interest in a lot of that, especially when people start wanting to maybe add the more interesting aspects of that stuff into V5. When they start being like, hey, cool, you've given me like no enemies, you've announced 3 books that may come out at some point in the next 4 years. What am I going to do? You have a literal...
It sounds like Chris Bacon video.
It's what's going on. Sorry, I slipped into it. I'm sorry.
No, not even that. It's like they're promising this, and this.
Oh, you're a dick. That was a personal shot. Okay.
Ain't it went over his head too.
Yep.
Double bonus.
So I'm working on Hunter because that's definitely going to be one of the ones that gets drawn attention to. And Demon because it has a lot of community support, but 0 publisher support. So as far as lore dumps go, that's what I'm working off at the top. And a lot of that's already actually done. I just need to get my ass around to recording it, which I'm going to try and do Sunday. Lord willing.
Yeah, we love hearing you talk.
I know you do.
Speaking of talking and popularity, did you guys know that our number one most viewed and our most viewed video is Chris's The Beginner's Guide to Vampire the Masquerade lore? It was released December 19th of 2018.
It's also one of my shittier guides.
26,846 views and 590 likes.
How many dislikes?
That is amazing.
Are you being sarcastic?
The Cyberpunk Red overview
I was waiting for this.
has 20,456 views and 912 likes and was released December 11th, 2020.
If you're comparing your style of quality to my style from 3 years ago, you're already hurting yourself by competing in the first place. I did not script any of those. And I did it with
I'm not competing, Chris.
You're competing. You're competing.
Saying how wonderful you've done.
I love it. I love
you, Joe.
This is Nick rubbing off. I can feel it. great.
All right.
Even the tone
but-
too. Yeah, I hear it.
It's there. It's
Yeah.
catty as fuck. It's there.
I love it.
Oh, I appreciate the compliment, Jura. Thank you.
Of course.
I hope you maintain a very strong number 2 presence in this competition. Ranking.
Oh, you just signed your death warrant.
He's gonna go. He's gonna find like
My next review will be of Mage.
which one? Which one?
It's all the same.
Pick one.
Mage the Sorcerer's Crusade.
Done.
Thank God I didn't want to do it. I hate Sorcerer's Crusade. It's not as bad Werewolf the Wild West, but
If you're Ooh.
you all right, dude? Oh yeah, you're okay.
In the future, people, when you watch this, viewers, comment down below why you like Mage. Just tell me. Just tell me why you like Mage and you're not playing Promethean. Tell me why.
I think you know the differentiator, you fuck.
So much snide.
Listen,
I love it.
I'm not commenting on that.
I really can't wait till he gets that video done. And after hearing our argument or his discussion earlier with wanting to kill Nick and making the impossible happen.
He has to make a good Mage video. You have to actually go through all of it.
you make Len
Chris,
one.
Chris, that's the
He
thing.
will.
It'll hurt him more than it hurts me.
No matter how good you and I think we are being spiteful,
Oh, he's way better. I know. I'm not.
and I'm lumping Nick into this.
Oh, we
too.
know, but I know they're both way better at it.
No.
I am not spiteful. Mochi is not spiteful.
Jura doesn't just play the long con; he created the long con.
He might have. There's a lot of shit talking going on here, but if I ever had to go against Jordan anything, I'd be like, no. No.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The beautiful
I don't know anything about this game line or anything.
It's like Jura, I feel like every time I hear about what you're doing or what you're up to, I catch the glimpses of it, and it's like someone walking through the streets of Tokyo and just seeing the ankle of Godzilla brush between buildings. Like, just like, something's going on and it's titanic, but you really don't actually want to go look at it.
You're a DC fan, right? Like you like DC comics.
Yeah.
I'm Johnny Sorrow.
Starro.
I'm Johnny Sorrow. That's the best way to tell me. Like I just walk around like a red suit, porcelain mask. And like the minute that I take my mask off, you're just like blown away. Like you just die. Like there's an eldritch being that lives inside of me. And its name is Khajiit. And it's a little cat demon that lives in my head. And it just tells me to do horrible shit all the time.
I've
And
heard of Khajiit.
I'm just always scheming.
Yeah, you played Skyrim like everyone else.
Khajiit has wares for sale.
Yeah. No, the thing is like I'm gonna die someday. Like
I doubt it.
like completely on topic. Like it'll be like hundreds of years after you think, Mark, think. But yeah, but I want people to remember the shit that we did for everybody else, not the shit that I did that was absolutely horrible. And I have like a lot of making up to do. So
I don't know. You've always been a good dude to me. I don't know. I got nothing
I
to say.
scheme for the good of the colony. The emperor protects unless he doesn't. That's another thing. Like, okay, guys, like, I'm just in like a couple of minutes. We're gonna get to like these questions. Fucking questions are piling in, but there has been like talk about like doing Warhammer lore, which drunk Warhammer lore is the only way to do Warhammer lore. Like, let's just be honest. Like, me getting drunk, talking on fucking audio, that's the best way to do it. But there are some things like we debate a lot about the differences in lore. And in the Botch Pit Turf War, we constantly go dick deep on people with like the lore and shit. What do you think drives people to game lines like Mage and Changeling? Because like you think about like Vampire, Mage, and Changeling are the big three. But then there's like infinitely better game lines like Promethean, and people just sleep on it. And I just want to know, Chris.
I love it.
That was such a formal.
All right, so are you being sarcastic with the question? Was that a lead up to a punchline, or are you actually asking me?
No, I'm serious. I guess what I'm saying is, and this is something that I think we should discuss a little bit more. Not today, but like in the future. I think an open format, bare knuckle, Botch Pit brawl, lore down would be something that people would like to see, because we argue quite a bit about what would actually happen if a splat versus a splat.
So it would have to be Chronicles, really. Like doing that in the old World of Darkness, man. That's that's not exactly easily done.
Promethean wasn't in its magnificent stage yet, so.
Well, I was gonna say Chronicles, we could do that much easier than old World of Darkness.
Oh yeah,
that's what I was saying.
Here's the thing that people forget is like mages and vampires are everywhere. Yep. They're like cockroaches; they just exist everywhere. And then it's like mummies are rare, beasts are rare, fae even rarer, right? Like geists,
super rare,
infinitely rarer.
There's only 100 at any given time.
And then Prometheans, there's like one for every like multi-state in a country.
It wasn't one. Wasn't it? I thought it was the same rule, like 100. I thought it was just.
It's quite. According to the alchemist law, they are quite rare, very incredibly rare. But the whole point of the matter is like we always bullshit. We always talk about this. Like we really need to lead the charge on this, Chris, because I cannot fucking wait to take the mages down a peg. Like there are way too many of you, and I'm
honestly gonna throw my hat and just say,
trench coat wearing, sunglass having, fucking Neo from the Matrix, katana wielding, Uzi blasting, spell slinging bucks.
Didn't use Uzis.
Walking around.
And you said,
I'm done. Hanging spells have to go.
So So we're talking Chronicles then, to be clear.
It's none of my business.
So you're talking Chronicles, to be clear. Okay. I'll be honest with you, dude. I know your skill,
yeah, honey.
But I still think Penny would body you in Mage. Even better than myself. Way better than myself, I'll say.
Penny's my sleeper cell.
She could, but she could take you down in a fight. If you made your best and she made her best, she'd fuck you up.
Let me explain to you what. Do you know what the riddle
Penny's
of steel is?
No.
Do you know what the riddle of steel is, Chris?
No, I'm sorry, I do not.
Okay. The riddle of steel is that steel is only as strong as the flesh that wields it. If we were both standing in a room and we both put a cookie on the floor and we both called Penny's name, who do you think she'd run to?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying if she chose to fight you, Jura, don't confuse it. She'd take
Why
you
would
to
she
deflecting.
choose to fight me?
Deflecting.
I'm not deflecting. He's deflecting. She
Why
would fight
would she
you
choose to fight me?
because you're a man of honor and you'd like to see if she could beat you fairly.
Honor?
Yeah.
Honor's for dead men.
Not in this. You'd do it. You'd fight. If
Maybe.
Yeah.
Fight just to fight.
That's my point.
Right,
that's why she would do it.
Gilded cock. Let's move on. I'm gonna kill you.
Me?
All right, we got a couple of questions here. Get ready, Chris. Get ready, Chris. These questions is coming in
I'm
hot.
down.
Do you want me to talk about my lore first?
Oh,
skipped
yeah,
over
no,
me,
you go
Jared.
ahead. I'm sorry. I'm
NPCs.
sorry. Let the diva have his time. Go ahead, talk about Asian.
Well, it was important, Jura.
The voice went up. There it was. The voice shot up.
So, Jura introduced us to a game, and he wanted to present the guide to it, but due to his current constraints, he blessed my endeavors for continuing the guide on it, which I'll still refer to him on.
Yeah.
I can guess
Yeah.
what this is.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Did you want to still take it, Jura?
Nah, fucking have it, man.
Okay. Only because he wished it. Because I was working on something.
Yep.
It willed it.
Yeah. I was working on something. I was about halfway through the markup stage, which is a lot for a book that's 300 pages. And he asked me, he's like, Nick, because I showed interest in this given game line, because I saw its potential and what you can do with it with other things. So that's something that I'm starting to explore more, is not just taking stuff at face value, but what you can do with the system and stuff like that.
Take what's good, throw the rest of shit away.
But the thing is, everything about this is good. And so, like, everything about it speaks to what I kind of love in just a different way. And so I was doing a guide, and I started talking about it with Jura. I actually bought different books that would be, like, tangential to what this book is about. And I read those first to then go and read this book to get another frame of reference. And I started talking to Jura about this, and he's like, Nick, I bless you, you can take control of this guide. And of course, everything. Yeah, he did. He was like, Nick, you can do this. And we still, I still will confer with Jura a lot of it because he is the master of all this, but it's for Vasan.
I thought that's what you were going to go with.
That's it's phenomenal. And it's something that I know that when Jura was presenting it to us when we were running the game, you can tell his love for the background of it. So it's actually taking me some time to even get my mind into it because I want to do it right. More so for Jura than the book because of how much it means for that. So that's the one that I'm doing. But in terms of like also lore dumps and stuff like that, we mentioned it earlier in the recording, but every once in a while in the Discord, we do the Botch Pit Mothership, which is basically the video game arm of the Botch Pit, where we go and we stream and people can come in and talk about stuff. And normally what happens is while you're streaming these games, people come in with questions. And stuff that might be in the guides, further clarification, or it could be something like, how would this interact with this? I've gotten a ton of those whenever I've streamed, and it's greatly encouraged. Come in and talk about that stuff, even if we're doing something different. Get the conversation going.
It's just come and shoot the shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We have so many people in there that can facilitate it, in addition to us, obviously, but like you have like people who are masters of these game lines. It's like, if you have these questions and they aren't in a guide, join the Discord. Join in on the community.
Yeah.
And get that rolling. Because if you have a question, we have the answers. Even
if we don't, someone in there will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they'll usually give the sources so you can verify it. It's the best of both worlds on that.
It's something very crucial that we've kind of established is if someone comes in claiming an opinion, we're always like page number, book. It's something just to make sure everything is kept.
And again, that's a beautiful
same
thing about Chronicles versus Old World of Darkness. You can go, I have the rules for this somewhere, unless it's Numina. Otherwise, you can just go, I've got the rules for this somewhere. Where's your shit?
To be clear, you're going to skim past that one unless it's Numina. Just remember he said that.
Jura, stop calling me out on my bullshit, please.
I love it.
Let me slide past one.
But yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. If you have these questions, we haven't gotten to it, come in on the Discord and ask them, because we'll always be open to answer everything on there.
For sure.
Yeah. But carry on, Jura. Sorry, I just wanted to say that.
No, absolutely. So to speak on Boston, fantastic game. It's a truly Scandinavian game. I can only say so much about it. I've ran it for Nick, Lenny, Yoni, Lynn. Just try to keep a very general slow burn game. I've ran it for Willie and the Bro Stars. It is a phenomenal game. It has deep-seated roots in Scandinavian lore. I honestly look forward to see what Nick does with it. It's going to be a good time.
I don't know. They're going to be slapdash. Dude does no research. They're like 10 minutes long at best.
Are those mage bullshit guides that are coming?
Yes.
But no, honestly, that game was a ton of fun. The couple times we did play. Yeah. Nick, your character.
You played a priest.
I played Friar Tuck, and I belly bumped a guy, and I was happy.
I love it.
I did.
And you did belly bump a guy.
Oh, man, I'm holding back so many comments.
Lenny, I don't want to exclude you, Lenny. What the fuck have you been up to? What are your plans?
Wake up and don't die.
I thought you were going to start singing System of a Down for a minute.
What?
I thought you were going to go the System of a Down route for a minute.
Nah, I'm good. But no,
right.
what's up?
Nothing. I was letting you do your thing, brother. Do your thing.
You do you,
I mean,
Lenny.
my thing is I show up, but I mean, no,
Jura talked to you like a teacher talks to the kid at show and tell. Very good, very nice.
dude, you act like I'm not used to it by now. I know how Jura is. I accept it.
We're his fucking pets.
I know,
We're like Cerebus.
but you talk back. I've just learned to listen.
Yeah, it's always been a little problem of mine.
You're what was it? You know that three-headed dragon meme?
Yeah.
Where it's like two of them are looking at the dumb one.
Hi.
Yeah. But no, Jerry, you've been calling me on my morning commutes, and we've been spitballing ideas for some content. I know.
By the time you wake up, I've been working for 2 hours and hate my life.
Preach.
I mean, if it makes you feel better in those 2 hours where I'm still asleep, I hate my life too. So I'm right there with you.
Hashtag just millennial things.
Hey, PAX East, you had your moment.
I need more.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Please.
They're just lighting me up tonight. They've been waiting 4 months. They've been waiting 4 months.
I gotta make sure I
They pull out notebooks and scrolls and shit. Let me start with this fucker.
So let's take a minute here and let's move into some of these questions because Lynn just sent me a stack of fucking Bibles to read through. Hold on.
Oh my goodness.
Don't burn yourself, buddy.
Yeah, dude. Like, I was like, hey, Lynn, you should. Lynn. So for those of you that don't know, when we do stuff like this, Lynn fucking sneaks behind the curtain and starts like asking people if they want to ask questions to us, and she is like a driving force behind this shit. So let's get this ball rolling a little bit here. All right, hold on as I read. So Penny asks, how happy are you all to be able to finally meet up and be within earshot of screaming children?
You know what's funny? I'm actually kind of glad because I got to punch you like I promised.
You did.
You
You did.
But no, it was good to see the kids because like as soon as I pulled up, I was blasting Motorhead, and I'm like, oh crap, I should get out of the driveway. And sure enough, Jazzy just comes booking out and tries to like jump in my window. So no, it's good to see them. I'm glad to see you guys, obviously. Nick, it's been when's the last time I saw you?
4 months ago.
No,
No.
it
It was
it's
like-
been before that.
Yeah. It was like so Lenny came over and we had double G's.
Right, that's what we did. I remember we played Smash and then we got double G's and watched anime.
We watched Higurashi because I introduced Lenny to it.
Yep,
I'm so fucking jealous.
it was so good. It was so random too because it was one of the nights you had to bail, and you're like, Nick just texted me. He's like, "Hey, you want to go over like go double G's and play Smash?" I'm like, "Yeah."
That's what we did.
And then I came by on the twins' birthday for you. I think that was the
You've
last
been by
time
a couple
I came.
times. No, not too often, but you've been by a couple times.
Oh, I need that cord, by the way.
Okay.
But no, it's really good to see these guys. I've definitely missed our Friday nights. It's COVID took a lot, and that's one of the things. Jura, I'm very happy with the video calls. I do love that, and I can't wait to see you in August and October. I miss you guys. So yeah, it's been good to see everyone.
Yeah. I don't think there's been a day where I
Yeah.
haven't talked to all three of you.
Oh yeah,
On some level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's very nice to see each other in person.
It's a very
for
different
me.
dynamic.
It really is.
For sure.
But definitely like just the ongoing communication we always have. It's like in the morning, it's either something's on fire.
Yep. Yep.
Which it's either in our personal lives or it's in another place. Someone wants to kill one another.
That's not too often these
That's not too
days.
often.
No, it's not too often.
Oh, no, that's my daily. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like
Not including you, Jura. It doesn't take much to make you angry.
I feel like I'm on that level though. Not to Jura's extent.
But and then there's also like just the ridiculous pictures we send back and forth sometimes.
Very like this. Like there's a reason why we have a separate chat. Than like, if you actually saw what we were all really like, you probably wouldn't want to be friends with us or follow us. Or
I'm
anything.
exactly like you see on TV.
You might be. No, you're worse.
Literally.
You're just worse.
Ow!
You pull off the mask, and then you pull off the darkness, and you show them true oblivion within you.
Chris, that's the worst thing.
Like, he loves it. He loves it. I know what this man likes.
No. Here's the thing. You and I, the three of us have never seen the true darkness.
No, we
Oh,
haven't.
no. Nick has.
Oh, I did. Yeah.
Did you really?
I've seen many things.
Nick
That
has
got
seen
question-
behind the curtain once.
That got real questionable real fast.
Oh! The thing we were talking about earlier?
No.
Though. You just finally did the perfect Palpatine and didn't even do it on purpose. No. I was like, I gotta catch it. What's the timestamp on this so we know what time he can go back and find this shit.
Wait, the last time we all saw each other was Star Wars, and Nick, had his shining moment.
What did I do in that when I got mad?
You threw such a.
The curtain.
Yeah. No, that's not even
curveball.
that's not even the curtain. There's many.
No, I wasn't even talking about that. That just popped into my head. That image is forever
That
ingrained
was the
in
last
my head.
time we saw each other. It really was.
Yeah.
Star Wars game?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. Yeah, which
Yep.
was.
A fucking game. Hey, speaking of things, when you see this slot, remember how you promised everyone a Star Wars game and then didn't fucking do it? I do.
Jura Farms never forgets.
He doesn't.
A Redson never forgets or forgives.
That's only terrifying.
Only.
So I'll be honest. Like the only two things that got me through the end of this day without freaking out was my wife and these knuckleheads, because my car broke down mid fucking chat today with botchlings.
Oh, here it comes.
No, my car literally broke down on the highway. I had to pull off.
Why'd it break down, Chris? Tell me.
The belt went. Belt did not hang on. Belt said no. Car went wee. Popped a leak of coolant.
So for those of you uninitiated, Chris's car failed
Hard.
because he refuses to do general maintenance on it.
No. People don't normally do that. Apparently some people do. Or maybe, have you ever had your belt fail on you before?
No, because I take my car to the garage for maintenance.
You should look yourself at least.
If the car was made of crayons, Lenny would know it.
I wouldn't have a car because I'd be eating it.
That's not true, because I had a car that smelled like crayons and you did not chew on it at all.
That you saw.
I look at my steering
right.
weel, I'm like, where did this grip come
that's
from?
because if that were the
Listen
case.
here, you ADD motherfuckers.
Hi.
On task. Next question. Gaz asks, what will be the next Botch Pit Botch Boys exclusive game, much like Twice Shy? It has been a while since you boys have played a game together. What do you have planned?
Well, I
That's
mean,
because the day we're recording.
well,
Because that'll change about 6 times.
facts. So, I mean, there's a lot left for Twice Shy, but as Nick could tell you at any given moment, he went through a living hell coming up with the stems and the filters. Is that the terms you use for everything?
So there is a lot left for Twice Shy.
A lot.
There's about 7 additional episodes that haven't been cut. The thing about doing stuff like that at the level that,
You set yourself to?
yeah, exactly. Let's say it like that, where it's more of a cinematic score versus a play session. It takes a lot out of you. Like it rips. Like to do a Twice Shy session, it would be me staying up till 1 o'clock in the morning for a solid month for just 1 hour of it.
So is there a way for
So
us to
like
maybe release
next
it
week? Or?
could we ever step back and give it to them without adding all of that to it? Like a gameplay
Wait.
session.
That's something that I'm heavily considering.
Considering, but you're like, I don't want to step backwards.
Had
I
a
understand completely.
program that recorded multi-individual tracks at one time.
Yes.
He's being a smartass.
Oh, I know that. But even with that, there's still, you have to edit it. Like, a lot of people don't realize that is if you record...
Oh, you put tons and tons. He was calling me like, I remember once you were like, I don't know if I want to do this. Like, it was 2 weeks straight, I think, of you staying up till 3 or 4 in the morning or some shit.
There's been some times where I've put a lot
Well,
into
no
it.
excuses. That's your fault because you give someone a taste of steak and then you try to shit on a plate and be like, "This is dinner now." You gotta keep going with this thing.
It is.
I mean,
so like,
oh, sorry, go ahead.
so like for every like 3 hours of recording, like that gets probably cut down. Mathematically, it's about a third. So it's an hour worth of stuff. Because of the way, like, and people don't really notice it when they do the play sessions, when, like, you record it, there's a lot of gaps. There's a lot of breaths. There's a lot of just weird sounds that happen. Is that it takes some time. But in terms of going forward, there's a lot of stuff on the horizon that we're looking to do.
So, sorry, Lenny, you go.
No, I was gonna say to add to that, there was one game I was really hoping we would revisit, and I'll mention it by asking a question. Hey, Chris, where's your chronicler?
My chronicler? Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's one of the ones I did say I gotta get done too. For
You
sure.
motherfucker.
But
I got you, buddy.
throwing me under the bus, you cocksucker.
Dude,
See, remember the gas on the thing? Like the gas guy? Look, your boy is dying in the background there, man. You got the best fucking hype man in the world.
This is
You're
making
awesome,
fun
dude.
of me because I'm vaping. He's like, I hope you get cervical cancer. I'm like, fuck you.
Hey, dude, do you prefer William or Billy? Or Bill?
Willie.
Willie?
Willie.
Willie.
He's
All right,
Jackwagon or Willie. That's it.
Wait, Jackwagon? Can I call him Jackwagon
Yeah.
Willie?
I really wanted to see the interaction between Judge Jessica Freese and your chronicler, Chris. Like that, I waited for that. I wanted it so bad. Your little chibi 8-bit chronicler.
Because, like, honestly,
I'm
you're
fervently intoxicated at this point.
good.
Thank you.
Good. No, because I was gonna say that, like, yours in Jira's Session 0 killed me.
Thank
Like,
you.
there were so many times where I was crashed my car from laughing on 93 because I was pissing my pants laughing the entire time.
Now, Nick, let me throw this.
Clump was fun to play.
Dude, you crushed it. Because I remember, like, calling you after that. I'm like, dude, that voice is my new favorite voice ever.
Him. I don't know. It's between him or the Arbiter. Like, I really enjoy doing the Arbiter for Bastion City.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh, dude,
But that took a lot out of me.
I know.
That's a hard one to pull off.
You were physically in pain when you did that, and like I remember Lynn and I were like, "Holy
Lynn
shit!"
says
dude.
Arbiter, daddy.
Yeah, dude, I was blown away to how you just pulled that out of your ass.
It's the actor who does Jim Raynor from StarCraft is what I based his mannerisms off of. And it's so fucking hard to pull it up. That I forget who that voice actor is. He's phenomenal. He is absolutely phenomenal. He is able to. For those of you that don't know, I've wanted nothing more than to be a voice actor my entire life. Hey, so if you know someone that needs some shit, I'm here. But Jim Raynor, it was the inspiration for the Arbiter.
Plug.
And when I did it, Lenny literally stopped dead in his fucking tracks. And it was like, it was a really good moment for me because like Lynn, like, obviously she finds me attractive. I'm beautiful and we're getting married and all that shit. But like, she's like, do the Arbiter voice.
Hold on. So, okay, Jer, if you're going to do that, let's put you on the spot. Do it for a minute. Let me hear it.
Oh, man, hold on.
Because you're already reasonably drunk. So, I want to hear how it's going to come out sounding.
You should watch the video, Chris.
It's not out.
Oh, I thought it was.
This is the second part of that video. You did the first part, then Y2K happened, which took me 4 months.
So
Yes.
Lenny kicks the door in, right? It's just about the part where Lenny's Judge Draven and Lynn's Judge Freeze are going to see the arbiter, their next higher up in command, and they're coming to see him to get a search warrant, essentially, to investigate the Spitalians who have had wrongdoings and procedural wrongdoings in Bastion City. And Judge Draven is a fire and brimstone judge. Judge Freeze is a very new, but by the book, wants to make her mark judge. And she and Judge Draven come to the arbiter's office, which is this little shanty town in Bastion. And Draven kicks the door in, and he walks in, and the arbiter just kind of like Dos Equis, man, like rolls his chair up and puts his cigar out of his mouth, and he's like, well, Judge Draven, as I live and breathe, what brings you into my office? And Lenny was like, Jura!
That was impressive. You nailed it. You nailed it. Your enunciation is perfect.
It sucks because it hurts my tongue. There's fucking vowels that don't exist.
I would absolutely be down for playing the Genesis. I totally forgot we didn't get a chance to play it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I just it slipped my mind completely with everything that happened. Like it was nuts.
Everything that happened?
Yes.
Like what?
My complete fucking going over to working like 78-hour weeks.
Oh, I thought it was you adding to the list of shit you had to do.
No, you gotta bump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers.
I went higher than that at one point, and I thought I was going to die. I worked 80 hours 2 weeks in a row, 2 24-hour shifts back to back. I worked.
Lynn is losing her shit right now because you said we played. We played. And she's like, he didn't fucking play.
I didn't get to play. I just said that I didn't get to play. It's like dealing with my wife.
She's like, he owes me a session, the mother liquor.
I do. I'm sorry. I would absolutely play the Genesis.
Oh, this is a good one. Here's a good question.
I'm going to get lambasted again. It's going to be another shot at me. I feel it. He's too excited.
Hold on. I need to bring my cross-eyed into one eyeball here. Skarks, you have a really good question, but like, that's like a whole video. So like Skarks is like the potential of existence of spirits in the hedge. Oh. Nick, don't answer it. Do a video on it later, or we'll have a Botch talk with the Discord about it, because like that's a whole fucking different thing. Penny, serious question: would you guys ever consider tag teaming to do a live stream where you guys go back and forth on lore? Discussions for different game lines as part of a prelude to a future tabletop stream. Penny, if I'm getting this right, what you're saying is we team up in twos to discuss the ins and outs of particular splats, and then do like we did for Botch Con, where we have like the murder live stream where we were the serial killers.
God, that was a fucking blast.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
I love that.
But I think what she's inferring is that we kind of have a round table about this on a live stream.
I would do that. Yeah. I mean, the issue is the live streaming, if I remember correctly, Nick. Live streaming is not necessarily just cut and dry. Doing recorded videos is far easier. Correct, Nick? Isn't live stream a bit of a pain in the ass, especially based on
Cyberpunk was not a corny video. Don't you ever fucking say that again.
Wait, what? I didn't say anything about
I said Cyberpunk was not a corny video. It's not a corny video, okay? Fucking swear, goddamn.
No. I think he's reading it from the list.
I was so confused.
Oh, no. I was like, shit, we're going to die.
I have done a corny video. What a couple.
It's called
Everybody to see.
What, Jura, how fucking dare you? That was the best audio quality guide that any of us have ever done. And I know you're bitter. I know you're jealous. I get it. Calm down.
I went out and bought a Blue Yeti and shoved it up my own ass in hopes of recording myself digest.
That was done on the Snowball, I think. I don't think that was on the Blue Yeti.
Blue Yeti, listen to me. Listen here, motherfucker. You keep releasing shit, and then these YouTubers start using it. And I'm all for it. I love it. If you want to sponsor me and fucking give me a Blue Yeti, I'll fucking use it. But I swear to God, if it's not 48 hertz capable, megahertz capable, I will find you.
That's not how
fucking
it's...
Circle
find
back
you.
to the 48
I know
hertz.
that you sponsor Raffy Taffy for ASMR. Raffy Taffy, I listen to you every night to fall asleep. It helps. But my God, the Shure SM57 is a very good piece of audio equipment. And I bought it. They didn't sponsor us. I just bought it because it works. And it doesn't tap and it doesn't sound like shit. I don't blame you, Chris. I blame the mic.
The mic doesn't do the sample rate.
I don't feel safe.
Tomorrow.
I'll just take this pounding again. I feel like it's prison rules.
Well, when it comes to live streaming, again, it's one of those things where, like, because of my occupation, I'd have to take it to the tens. And I always
occupation, is that the word we're going with in this one? Obsession, mania, perhaps?
No, I mean, like,
no.
a lot of people don't know this. I was being sent out with beta builds of these, like, streaming capabilities before they even existed. When I was like being shipped off to New York to do stuff. So, like, I've been in this thing from the get-go in regards to how it all operates. Mm-hmm. It's so much easier now to do something, but the thing is it's also incredibly volatile. And when we do this, I'm all for doing a live stream. I think it would be great. The thing is
Fill me up, Willie.
it's just finding
this guy.
It's finding a time to do it. Pretty much, I'm all for it. I think it's
I
an
would do
amazing
that
idea.
in a minute. I love that sort of idea. That sounds bomb to me.
Yeah.
Hold on a second though.
Sure.
You said 4 of
Oh,
us.
let's
Who's
do
getting
that.
stuck with the handicap?
I'm probably gonna be on Jared's team. He's gonna give me some crayons and a coloring book.
Good
and
boy,
I'm-
have a seat.
He's like, you keep most shut.
He's gonna put you in those wooden chairs they have at like friendlies.
We are crushing White Russians tonight. Crushing them.
So, like, would this discussion lead into the game session? Is that how it's gonna go?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, like, you would defend your point and then application of said point. Is that how it would be? Because that would be amazing
Yeah.
to do. It to be
Yeah.
like this thing would kill all these, and you make the list.
All right, if you don't think
Yeah.
this would work, here's settings. Like literally, here's a scenario. How would it play
Here's
out?
why
What do you think?
Prometheans would win every fight.
It's like Mortal Kombat.
Fuck you, Nick.
Listen, I
worked really hard on that game.
I was looking forward to it. but no, I would be up for it. I think it'd be amazing.
No, I really want chicken tenders. Like, I'm about to go sheet some chicken tenders. Yeah. Boom boom sauce. Yeah, all the nine. To the tens. But yeah, I'm for it. I think that's a good one. And then Penny had the absolute audacity to, oh, no. Oh, no, I have to enforce this. Chris, this one's for you specifically.
Surprise.
You sitting down? You ready for this?
Let's do it.
You have to answer it.
Okay.
To what extent would a mage who created a geist themselves using the Wither of Death 5 be able to use Favry Death Mask they'd obtain should said geist be defeated?
That's tricky as fuck. Because that comes down to the
Apparently,
fact.
she's asked you like 3 times and you haven't answered.
So the mage goes and creates Geist, then goes kills Geist, makes the death mask from the Geist. Correct?
Yeah, as worded, yeah.
I mean, technically, if they're high enough, yeah, they could do it. There's really nothing to stop them if you think about it. Because in Chronicles of Darkness, Geists, ghosts, all that shit, they're not souls. They're not anything like that. They're just memories. They're just shapes, stuff like that. They're not actually... All the good shit that gave you purpose, your soul, is gone. They never explain where it goes, where it happens, or anything like that. So, in theory, if the mage was powerful enough to bind... Because at that point, you're actually binding a rank 3 or 3 to 5 ghost.
Yes.
To
Yeah, you're ranking.
Yeah.
You're binding the death itself.
But man, if that,
I think it would circumvent itself and implode. So like geists are a lingering moment in death. Like that's the thing about the lore. And correct me if I'm wrong, Chris, is that it isn't a bargain. It's death preserved. You're going to die. You will
correct.
die.
Yeah, and they say even if you reach,
the act of death is extended.
Well, canonically, the thing is, according to how it goes, technically there's ways. It says if you manage to finally learn all your ghosts' memories and you reach perfect sync and all that crap, the ghost is fulfilled and kind of just poofs almost. And it doesn't say what happens to the player. The player may...
So it's Honda.
Yeah, but what it looks like happens is that person fully at peace and understanding death and now no longer unwhole, they die too. They both find their purpose. They understand they don't... It's almost like a shark because people say sharks aren't mean. It's just their nature. Once a geist drinks from the river, its nature is its memories until you talk it down and then you both just cancel each other out almost. There's no more soul. There's just memories. And once they're at peace, they're at peace. So
what's the level? What's the level of that? So, okay. So judging by what you just said, it matters on intent. The power of intent is kind of what drives that. So you wouldn't just have to kill a geist. You would have to confuse its mission.
yeah, because they're mad. They're absolutely fucking mad when they get bound to people. They're not okay. That's why they can't even communicate normally typically when they first come about. But the other thing is too, when it comes to a geist creation or the Sin Eater, that's the geist wanting to do that. Now you have the situation where this geist is going to actively resist this mage. And the
Could
question,
you see a mage just getting pulled into the undertow? Like,
mages
completely
do that. Mages go to the underworld. They party down there. They're stupid if they stay long. The food has no nourishment. It's all just, ectoplasmic trash. Pretty much. It looks nice. You think it's real, but the food has no sustenance. It can make you sick. And in fact, even Sin Eaters, if I remember correctly,
just like Russia.
I think Sin Eaters actually need to take a merit to get regular substance and not half or some shit, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong. But
You are correct, yeah. At least 1 point in it.
so, I mean, there's no bargain, which kind of facilitates the whole process. It's the lubricant. That person wants to live, and the geist wants to go finish whatever the fuck it had going on or figure out what it is. But once the mage kills them like any other thing, they would just have to... I mean, yeah, I don't see anything to oppose it, aside from the willpower fighting of the geist in the first place, and the abilities to actually just kill the Sin Eater, because at that point, they've already shown they have more power than what you would need to activate the Death Mask.
Essentially, they're more of a Reaper at that point, then.
No, Reapers are actual ghosts that get the Death Mask, or they're empowered by the Thonic gods of the underworld.
Okay.
Supposedly, that's what their thing is. I mean, if you're going to play a Reaper, which they kind of give you the rules for in 2nd edition, they recommend you go with that so you can bullshit your way through it. Because I noticed...
Yeah, look at you, Brad.
That was 1st edition fuckery. 2nd edition was coming out, and he actually had the binder. That game session happened. I stopped, looked at him, and I went...
Brad.
Fucker, you're making the character.
I hope you're looking... I hope you hear this, Brad. I'm their new boy. Come find me.
Oh my. What if suddenly you just hear trumpets and a trombone and he's just there in the rain in front of Jura's house? He's got a whole ska band behind him. He drove there in a giant scally cap.
Like I always say,
love you, Brad.
When they come for me, I'll be sitting on my desk with a gun in my hand wearing a bulletproof vest. Thinking, my, how the time does fly when you know you're going to die by the end of the night.
Jura, you're the amazing...
I feel serenaded.
Well, it's Streetlight Manifesto. Yeah. And, Catch 22. But...
I did not know that.
Really?
I wasn't into them. I was already out of it by that point. They came and went. A couple of them have a very strong place in my heart, but I actually rediscovered ska probably like 3 years ago because of the Aquabats. Longer than that now. But... The Aquabats, man. Cause...
I listen to Thuvian throat singing, and that's it.
So yeah, there would be really nothing to oppose you because at the point that you've shown you've got the power to bind a geist to a fucking person and contain them dying in the first place, that's the harder than anything else involved.
Oh, this motherfucker, Ethan, motherfucker.
I love Ethan.
Okay.
Hi, Ethan.
Hi, Ethan.
This one is for each one of us, and we're gonna answer it. Chris, Lenny, Nick, me. Oh, this is gonna get me in so much trouble. I don't even care.
I love how I'm going first. Gotta get set up.
Oh, this is bad. God, I can't answer this.
Yes, you can.
All right. Chris, Lenny, Nick, me. Ethan, fuck you. Like, really, fuck you.
This is hurting him.
If Onyx Path named each one of you members, or each one of you Botch Pit members, a CEO for a day, individually on separate days, and limited you to one major company or product changing decision, what would they be and what would you do with that power?
Fuck Kickstarter. It's gone. Number one. Back to regular publishing methods. Number one. Step number one. I don't think it's a good practice. I think it harms the consumer to pay for something 3 years in advance for something you don't even know if it's going to be proper quality. I don't think it necessarily lends itself to a respectable point of view when it comes to certain business behaviors. So that would be my number one, and I'm just going to throw in number two because I don't give a shit. Print on demand pisses me off on every level. If you're going to make print on demand, it needs to match industry standard, not be subpar.
You fuck brick and mortar stores every time you do print on demand. And these people brought you to the table. They called you 3 months ahead of time. They bought you a corsage. They picked you up in a limo that they paid for, and they took you to the prom. And what do? You go and fuck the quarterback.
That was beautiful.
That analogy was amazing.
So sorry if I took two answers there, but I had to follow that up.
You're
with
good.
that.
You're good.
Had to.
Lenny, you're up.
Sell the IP to someone who knows what the fuck they're doing.
Well, that was a little hard. I mean, okay.
Sorry. And gives a shit about it.
Okay.
A lot of their writers do. Tons of their writers.
Oh, they can buy it.
Nick.
Just defending the writers.
All right. Yeah, mine kind of goes along with that. Acknowledge your writers, acknowledge your artists, and make sure that when you do stuff, it's in-house and on a cohesive level. Because the biggest problem is people who don't get recognized for their work and who as an organization will skirt by mistakes and things within your past that come back to haunt you if you don't.
I'm not a fan of cancel culture, but I am a huge fucking fan of justice.
Hear that, buddy? Chris is a big fan of you.
He knows that. He knows by now. You better be real careful how you answer this question.
That was a really good answer there, Nick. That was a good answer. It touched my heart a little bit deeper than I thought it was gonna.
I thought you liked mine too, but okay.
I know you all had good answers.
Nah, fuck Chris's answer.
I would listen to the communities a bit more. You see, it's not yours anymore. Once you put it out there into the world, once the original IP creator makes something, and it's so accepted by an entire generation of people, and it becomes this phenomenon that just spans decades of love and lore transitioning. And then you just never touch upon it. There are ramifications beyond business decisions. And the legacy that you choose by ignoring a fan base
especially one
is
that's
not
passionate.
one that will be remembered for eternity. In my opinion.
Well said, Jura.
Yeah. Couldn't agree more.
Ethan, you're such a cock. I love you.
Yeah, that whole set of questions was just everybody who answered that was stellar.
That was hard. That was really hard for me. Dad, that one was for you. JD, goddamn. First of all, JD, I don't hate you. I like you. And one day, you're going to do great things. You're going to amount to something special. You're 18 years old. You have plenty of time to grow up. You're going to do great things. That's your 5 minutes of fame. JD says, if the Botch Pit members could each make a new addition for a WAD or a COD game line, which ones would they choose, and what rules and meta plot changes would they make? Ooh, Chris, we're gonna start with you on that one.
So are you pretty much saying if I could make a new game line?
If you could make a new addition to a game line, what rules would you change? What meta plots would you make?
So I would definitely move in when it comes to. Believe it or not, I think Demon the Descent is one of the games that has the utmost potential that just doesn't really get paid a lot of attention to. And I mean, I'm to blame. I should cover that more. I really like it. But it's also not cohesive. It's not very well put together. It's not clear, like at all. Great book, great content, great fucking idea. I love the Eldritch Horror. I liked all of that. I like the fact that the Eldritch Horror is possibly biomechanical. I think all of the concepts there, and if I remember correctly, Matt Dawkins did a whole lot of that work. The God Machine stuff.
Would you get off his dick?
I love that guy. Well, no, so I love that guy's stuff. He knows it.
Matthew Hawkins is amazing.
I just give the dude. I give credit. If I don't like people, I make that pretty clear too. You stop that.
What's up, kiddo?
He's calling me dip in English. It's not polite.
Okay. Good answer there, Chris.
Thank you. We did not break.
Lenny, you. What would you do as far as game line and meta plot if you were able to do it?
If I was able to do it, I think the only thing I'd probably do is for Vampire. And actually, no, there's two things. For Vampire, I'd bring back the Sabbat.
Yeah, good boy.
The other one is make a new Werewolf Old West. Just because I brought back the Sabbat for Chris. And just to know it's because of him that
Karmic
another
balance.
one exists.
You know what? I'll take that. I'll take the L. I'll take that. I'll take the hit.
But I mean, honestly, there isn't too much a change. I mean, the Sabbat is definitely one thing I really would do. But
Hey, can we give him a little variety and ask him what he would change about D&D? Out of curiosity?
Yeah, you know what? Absolutely.
Let's hear him in his turf.
We have a multifaceted culture of different gaming lines. Lenny, what would you change about D&D?
I want your useful input, not your bullshit input.
if you actually want my useful input, I actually have no issues with what they're doing right now. After looking
you don't? Have you played Icewind Dale?
No, I haven't actually. I haven't played that one yet.
We don't usually play straight from the books. I don't think with either of his groups.
No. There isn't too much to change because looking over 3.5 and 5e, they've really streamlined the whole entire process.
You skipped just completely over 4.
What 4? There was no 4. Sorry, carry on, Lenny.
I have that book right there.
No, you don't.
Titan, are you dead? Titan. It might have happened, guys.
The dog got the creatine.
Oh, that's where all the creatine went? But yeah, no, honestly, with D&D, I have no issues with it. Everything's streamlined. I mean...
Hey, buddy.
We haven't really delved too much into Pathfinder. So, I mean, the differences in combat and how long it takes, I imagine, is quite different. So I'm glad with 5e they found that balance where it doesn't take, it's like an hour of RPing and then 18 hours of fucking combat and shit.
We should...
You'd like that.
Sorry, Lenny. That was funny.
I can't tell if that was sarcasm.
No, it was just, you're accurate.
Okay. So I mean, and I actually really like what they're doing with the new source books. I thought that
Ravenloft. Fenricton's Guide to Ravenloft.
Yes, Chris, that is exactly what I mean.
Fucking bullshit.
And them including Magic the Gathering in Ravnica, I thought that was another great move. And even teaming up with the guys in Critical Role. I mean, I've actually flipped through that book quite a bit, and I love it. It's the art's really well done. It's different enough each time where it's not like I don't want to say hyper realistic, but like animated enough where it's like it could be real, but it's definitely more fantasy themed. So I mean, I think right now Wizards, they're doing very well for themselves, and they're just knocking it out of the park.
I just want to hop in here and say how quickly Lenny changed the way he spoke and what he said as soon as we started talking about D&D versus the other game lines. He fucking lit up.
This is something that I am so fucking adamant about. I want to start a segment on the Botch Pit where it's Lenny talks about a monster of the week.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Lenny is a wealth of fucking knowledge when it comes to D&D, and there is nothing I would like more than a tongue-in-cheek overview of tactics for DMs using specific monsters from the Monster Manual. To include Colbo Press's expanded Monster Manual, because Lenny, we give you shit for being a sniveling ass, but you're actually incredibly intelligent when it comes to D&D. I was quite blown away when I asked you what your favorite D&D creature is. Tell me what it is.
Mind Flare.
Why?
Because they just fucking look at you. They turn your brain to mush. And honestly, kind of happens when you give me that death stare, and I'm like, oh fuck. I'm like,
The Jura Mind Flayer. The Nord Flayer.
Listen, yeah.
But I mean, no, they're just really cool. And the fact that they just like can think is like, you might be useful. Just looks at him, turns him into a Mind Flayer. It's just a cool concept because it's
dangerous.
Obviously, but it's it literally redefines looks that kill. Yes.
You fucking bastard. You fucking
I
bastard.
was gonna Jim Halpert this shit over.
But no, I mean,
How long you been sitting on that one, Lenny?
it just came to me.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Good work.
Just came in them. You heard it first. Just came in them, guys.
I've heard it plenty of times before.
But no, I mean the actual overall character design is really cool because you can tell that it is very Cthulhu based. It's literally like it's like I don't know. I just think they're a really really cool design, and their abilities are even fucking crazier. So
You're up, bud.
Awesome. Jared, could you repeat the question one more time? Just so I make sure I follow it to a T.
Yeah, absolutely. What if you were in control of a game line and a meta plot? What would you change?
I'm not going to be nice. I've shot them already in the dick today, and it would be good to get another shot in. Changeling the Lost, 2nd edition.
Oh, here we go. Hold on, I'm just gonna... And when they send the secret police after us, I want to get you first, fucker.
But they can come for me. But anyone who enjoys Changeling the Lost, which it's usually 1st edition over 2nd edition, the reasoning behind it for 2nd edition is the edition you all got wasn't the intended edition. Look into Olivia Hill.
Oh.
Do you need the knife? You gonna slip
No.
it between the ribs? I got a knife over here. Just
Anyone who is interested in Changeling the Lost, look into Olivia Hill in the version that they had.
And to be perfectly clear, we don't have an opinion on that either way. We just understand the grand scope of information to it. So what Nick, I think, is saying is that we would like to see the Olivia Hill information regarding the lore put into an edition.
No, he means the whole fucking book.
Wasn't completed.
Yes.
Wasn't completed, but look into that, and you'll be happy you did. Jura.
Wow. The first fucking thing I would do is contact Silicon Knights, and I would ask them for the rights
Like
to
ZK.
Eternal Darkness,
Oh.
Sanity's Requiem, and I would immediately make a fucking supplement based off of Pius fucking Augustus and set it in the World of Darkness and fucking make that goddamn game an RPG for that tabletop because it is wasted on fucking Nintendo.
You got so mad.
Can you maybe think about your questions next time before you answer them? It seems like you had no idea what you were going to say. You didn't sound prepared for that question at all.
It bothers me that there are so many amazing ideas out there. And they're just like, let's give vampires Golconda. Like, fucking come on, man.
They
You
should
don't
have a path.
fucking what? Oh, let's find a way for each splat to become human again. What's so great about being human? What is so fucking cool?
How would you
about
know?
being human?
You're not human.
Like, vampires are like, oh my god,
on a
I'm so tortured.
I had to
I
reel
hear
them.
15 voices because I'm a fucking maquette and I have to fucking deal with it. Oh my god. Oh, Malkavian.
Hey, Maquette are fucking
Bruja.
cool, dude. Hold on. Maquette are cool. They're like the major clan I like from
No,
VTR.
the Bruja would fuck the tits off of God. The
Off the
Gangrel
maquette?
would fuck the tits off of maquette.
I'm not doing this right now, Jared. Go ahead, finish your fucking...
They would tongue punch the fart box off of maquette. What are you gonna say? Oh, they're smart enough to know their secrets. Gangrel are
No,
fucking
but they
idiots.
also have their version of obtenebration and shit.
I
Like, they're
love
not
them.
just...
Chris, they have to be smart enough to understand what tenebration means.
They're maquette. They're
Gangrel.
they're
They're
lis-
blenders with open lids.
Gangrels are
and
wild fucking
non-Gangrel
dogs.
members.
Yes. Yes, they are.
We just both evolve into shouting over vampire shit. Something's never changed. People fight over vampire for any reason they can, even when they barely play vampire.
Well, fine.
anymore.
Even when they
You still don't
agree.
get that fucking Gangrel video, by the way.
I do. Fuck. That one I did know. That's actually...
Yeah, it's carved into my chest.
I
I'll
owe
never
you that,
forget it.
and I owe you your Halloween story. Which
I owe
I
him a lot
so-
more than that.
Oh yeah, I know, man. Fuck. Thanks for bringing that up. Anyway,
what, me
we'll
or
touch
someone
on
in the
that
chat?
another day. Horace asked, "Will it be a Boston overview?" Yes, Nick will be doing it. It has been. I've spoken.
I have spoken.
Oh, Clown, I love you. First of all, Clown asked a really good question. What are your favorite Farah? Farah. Non-werewolf shapeshifters from the werewolf line.
Werewolf the Apocalypse? Or what are we talking?
Just fucking werewolf in general. Jesus Christ.
All right, I'm going to go...
Definitely not Forsaken. Definitely
I
not
like Forsaken. I actually really like Forsaken. Way more than Apocalypse.
Because you're a Bashilu. You're a herd of rats piled on top of each other, fucking thrown into a human form.
Ratkin, suck my ass. No, really? I'll go with the Aslu from Forsaken, because they are pretty much their version of the Anasazi, but they're just with none of the pretty sides. They're just monsters there to fuck up your day like spiders with spider spirit. I love that shit.
Hey, run downstairs real quick and grab shark mask. Grab that one mask off that skeleton.
We
for
heard
me
it.
real
We
quick.
heard you, Jura. Everyone fucking heard you. I love you, Jura. He doesn't give a fuck. He's like, yep, hear me all you want. Still happening. I mean, again, I'm not as well versed. Nick, it's your boy.
What's he doing?
Putting on the shark.
Good.
He's going street shark. Is that
Good.
the Macaulay? Is that what they are? The were sharks?
Macaulay is King
Rokia.
Rokia is the sharks.
So I apologize, but werewolf's one of my weak spots. I never really read too much into it. I will get info on Forsaken, but probably never expect me to cover Apocalypse. Not gonna lie to you.
Why? Because you're not an eco-terrorist?
Yes. Only way I can safely
I'm gonna
answer
go
that.
next because fuck it. I like the Rokia. They're sharks. They can impregnate people from 100 fucking yards away. They can shoot teeth out of their fucking faces. They're sharks. King Shark is a fucking shark.
That's fair. I got no argument against it. Lenny.
I think I'm with Jura on that one.
Yeah. Rokia, pretty awesome.
And you're going to say that anyway because you're his Street Sharks bro.
Well, I do.
I actually differ from Nick on that one. Nick, this is completely different.
Oh, then I know his other choice.
Nick likes Nick likes street sharks. I like extreme dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Nick. Already say it. I know what you're going to say.
Okay, so I'm gonna split them into both because I'll be real. Like Werewolf confuses me because it's impossible for me to pronounce the names on anything, and the spelling of them is the most backwards thing ever. It's like, oh my god, let me just look at this. But for Apocalypse, Rokia and Macaulay. The reason why I love Macaulay is because King K. Rool. They are.
I thought you were going to say Anasazi, man.
I do.
I
Like
thought
them.
you were going to
And,
go with the show.
Yeah, I do like them. I really do. But Macaulay is about dinosaur kings who think they are kings, but they are really not in the modern day. That's King K. Rool. That's King K. Rool. But then let me flip it over
What?
to.
No, he's talking about Macaulay.
Yeah, Macaulay.
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it because no one fucking does.
What? What does she have to say?
Say it, Nick. Macaulay, right?
Yeah, Macaulay. Oh, and do you want me to talk about Werewolf the Forsaken?
Oh, you talk about whatever you want, honey.
Okay, so I have so there were two in Werewolf the Forsaken besides the Oslu that was spoken about. There's also they're called the hosts. I did the overview guide to them. So let me paint a picture for you. A mob does a hit on a guy. They shoot him, throw him in the dirt, and make him disappear. You know, make him swim with the fishes, whatever you want to
Same
do.
with the fish. Wear cement shoes.
Yeah, exactly.
Typically, it's feed them to a herd of pigs because pigs eat anything.
Hannibal taught me that.
And the next day, they see this guy walking around, but he's kind of like slinking back and forth, kind of like the guy from Men in Black. Edgar. And they're like, how'd this guy survive? And this like old, like, you know, like this mob guy who got hit is actually all filled with worms. And that's the worm hosts. They're just funny to me. It's like, all these worm hosts.
There was a movie like that called Squirm.
And there's also...
I'm sure you know it, Jura.
I do.
Reminds me of Slither, too, a lot. But also, another favorite one of mine of the hosts is actually the fungi hosts. So yeah. So that's one people don't talk about because, again, no one knows how to fucking talk about werewolf because all their terms are just fucking crazy. It's fungal
Like a
hosts.
fever dream.
So it reminds me
I
of
had
The
one of
Last
those
Us.
last night.
Rawr.
But yeah, no, like The Last of Us, using as inspiration for those hosts, fucking amazing. You throw Hunter and that together, fucking great. But those are my two ones from for Forsaken that people don't talk about because everyone talks about the Oslu and Nasi. Because they're fucking spiders. They're fucking awesome.
You call me basic bitch is what you just did.
I hate
Sorry,
spiders.
bud.
Yeah,
It doesn't take much.
those are my two favorites. But I don't know anything about Werewolf, apparently.
Well, you gave me the book, so you don't have anything to read anymore.
I know. The Changing Breeds went to Jura. It went to the proper home. I mean, look at him. Is he still wearing the mask? I can't tell.
No, the mask is off.
I couldn't breathe. Yeah,
He did his best. It's because you were on land.
I know. I was trying to impregnate Lynn from 100 yards away, and it didn't work. Because we don't want kids. We would rather adopt your dogs. Send us your dogs. All of them.
Cool.
Pills. She heard that and she goes, pills.
Cool.
I would snort all of the...
I am so glad that broke up. That's going to save Nick some editing later.
I'm not editing any of this.
Oh, Loverfuck,
Lenny!
let's go.
What?
Lenny, what's your favorite Pharaoh?
Honestly, dude,
Yeah.
I haven't read Werewolf in
Ever?
yeah.
I don't. It's confusing.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay,
like it.
Lenny.
I've tried so hard.
What's your favorite shape-shifting class from D&D? Yeah, eat a dick.
Well done, Jura. Not with the well, even that's part 2, I guess.
So here, I'll go one step further. Non-elven shape-shifting class from D&D, and you can't include elementals. Don't take that fucking easy road.
God damn it. I don't even know.
Gary Gygax did not work that fucking hard for you to take a low-grade 3.5 supplemental book outlet.
See, that's the thing. I don't even fuck with shapeshifters. Honestly, I'm just straight sword and board.
Sword and board. I've never heard that term before.
Okay.
How have you never heard that term before?
I've
You play
never-
Skyrim.
If
I've
you
never
could
heard.
turn into one were-animal for 24 hours,
If you could
what
be a
would it
furry, which we've definitely never lost members of the pit to.
You Nazi.
If you could turn into one were-animal and
Small
fight
price to
Brad,
pay
what
for
would it be?
salvation.
Werebear.
Jura's
Brad, I
dying.
don't know you, but I'm coming for all your Hershey bars. Oh, Horace went for the jugular. Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Love
shit.
it.
Good.
It's going to be a good one then.
How many years do you think we'll have to wait
Here we go.
for
Go.
Chris
There.
to release a video?
There it is.
Horace, I
That was actually really good. That was
You know,
like the way that he
I deserve
worded it was
this.
perfect.
I don't want anybody to ever think that I think this is unjust. I don't have an answer. I'm getting old. My memory's not what it used to be.
Yeah, just like you forgot all the shit you promised.
Did I hear a child?
There's one screaming
Did you?
through the
Did you hear a
vents.
kid? One of the kids a second ago? Am I losing my mind?
I can't recall.
I heard.
Ooh,
I heard
Gaz,
something.
Gaz is calling Lynn out.
Oh,
Gaz is
oh,
calling
Oh,
Gaz.
because
Lynn
that's a
out.
good fucking idea. Okay.
Gaz.
Wow, Gaz.
Nice knowing
You got some fucking balls. Will we ever see the director's cut of Lynn premiering an ST5 session? To clarify, I want to see Lynn run a V5 session for the Botch Boys.
I'll play it.
I'd be
I'll
down.
play it. Yeah.
I probably don't have a choice because I'm marrying her and I really like sex. So I'll play. Like, I don't know what I'd do without it. Like, I die.
You'd be driving to Boston to see Nick.
No, he'd be sending me down there.
Aw, listen, Lenny.
He called me down.
He'd shit me down.
Nick, there's a taxi out front. Get in, put on the hood, and ask
I
no
love,
questions.
I love Lynn. I love her to death. She's my wife to be. She's amazing. But if you ever talk like that about Nick again, I will put fire ants in your asshole.
Ow.
Yeah.
There's worse things he could put in.
It's true. It's true. I was just thinking about that. I'm like, oh god, he could do so much worse.
And I love you, Lenny. You're the
Love you too, bud.
what's a good term? You're the Marine that never was, but I love you just the same.
I ate a crayon once.
You ate a lot of crayons once. I think the one truest fact about my relationship with Lenny is that I drove 10 hours with Lynn to see Nick. And I'm like, I want to see the
you
guys,
son of
but
a
Nick's the
bitch.
only one who's responded. And I was so fucking ready to fight Lenny, like fist fight Lenny. And this motherfucker shows up at Double G's Pizza. And he's just like, hey, buddy. And I'm like, you shitty motherfucker. You could have just said you were going to be there.
I wanted to surprise you.
Yeah, I don't fucking like surprises.
Yeah, I almost
don't
learned that the
like
hard way.
Surprises. I don't like my birthdays and shit. Like, don't surprise me. Tell me a month in advance you're getting me a taco because I will fucking murder you over that shit.
And now I know.
I take shit way too personal to be an alpha male. That's all the questions for tonight as far as that goes. You guys got some closing comments? We've been doing this for a while. And I really need chicken tendies. I'm drunk. I'm there drunk. I'm inebriated. Take that, YouTube.
Was it Steam?
You
Was
can't
it
silence
Steamboat
me.
Willie?
I'm everyone.
Was it
I am
Steamboat?
Negan, there, Jura.
Steamboat what?
What was it? Not Steamboat Willie. What was the full nickname?
One-eyed Willie.
No, Willie. Willie wanted to be called by something like
It's I keep wanting to say
Jackwagon.
what's
okay.
that?
Jackwagon.
Jackwagon Billy. I'm sorry, Jackwagon Willie. That's Jackwagon
Yeah.
Willie.
Jackwagon Willie.
Jackwagon Willie.
Willie found me in the really dark place when we first met, and like I had given up on shit because like my dad has been a part of the TTRPG community for like 100,000 years, but Willie was pivotal in my. Was that a bug?
Focus.
Oh, Willie was pivotal on my reascension to my throne.
Willie was at our gameplay session, wasn't he? In Florida?
Willie was at the game. Yeah, he was.
I know Willie. Yeah.
was.
I was like, he was
Yeah.
there. He's got rad fucking mutton chops. I remember that shit.
Yeah, Willie's a badass.
We're fans. We're fans. So one last closing thing regarding kind of one of the questions earlier was, what are we doing next? And it's pretty much come down to one of two choices for gameplay. I know we were looking at V5. V5 is definitely going to happen because I'm in love with what Nick wants to do, and it changed the entire dynamic of what I was going to do. Like, I had this whole other kind of like almost 90s gothic punk edgy storyline going on, and then he threw his concept at me, and I was like, okay, we're going this way. We're gonna.
That's tomorrow, isn't it?
Well, it was gonna be
No, they're
tonight, but we've been doing this for fucking ever, so I don't know if that's gonna happen. We'll see when we're done.
Mm-hmm.
So it was coming down to V5 or a Hunter game, and I was pushing for Hunter the Reckoning because I love Monster of the Week shit. It's easy for me. Like, I'm good. That's my strength. Is pretty much bullshitting and making up monsters. Like, that's what I can do.
They're all Resident Evil bioweapons, by the way.
Yeah, pretty much. And Nick was like, you know, he was feeling inspired by Village, and he said he wanted something, and I was already pushing for that. So it's going to come down to which one I guess we'll do first. I think they're down to play either, right? Lenny doesn't really give a shit as long as it's not a politics-driven vampire game. That's very cool.
Why wasn't I told about this?
Because we didn't even fully decide till today. And when I asked you if
Did
you
you
could play,
make decisions without me, Chris?
I
what you're
asked
saying?
you. I cleared it with you. When I said we were going back to Fridays, you're like, well, no, I don't know. I started my new job. It's exactly what you said to me, which I respect, by the way, because I know what that's like. So I did.
Oh, fuck you.
I told you, man. I even, if you asked Nick, like, how many times did I ask? I was like, is Jura going to play? Like, do we know? So, yes, you figured in all. Even when you're not here, Jura, you figure in.
Yeah. You should be scared.
Odd. I prefer the term odd.
Okay, so we're going to do some stuff like that.
I'm also still dying for a Castlevania themed game. I still want.
Okay,
I have a
I was
whole
just
concept.
about to say, like, I think we should do a Castlevania follow-up to Bro Star.
So I think.
Oh, with Bro Stars? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're more than
I was
invited.
gonna say, would
Oh,
they
I would
call
love
it?
it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it was Penny or Sona, but I actually wrote out an entire campaign that I was going to do for Pathfinder 2nd Edition.
Oh, never mind.
Hold on, Bear. No, hold on. You didn't let me finish. But after talking about it, looking up on it, checking the rule set and how it works, it's got to be fast. It's got to be more free-flowing. It has to be less chunky, lighter, action-driven. And obviously 5e is, if we're going to do that, is where that goes.
Yeah, because I'd rather wear a bullet ant laced jock strap than fucking play Pathfinder 2.
I know you hate 2e. I know. I get it. So I have a whole concept. Like, there's different kind of houses that were representing the speaker part. There was a hunter faction. There's like a politics or a merchant faction, stuff like that. and some bad shit happened and wiped out tons of people, and now they're all isolated, and they have to turn towards the scavenger/hunter guild that got all broken up for help, even though they're all gone, because they were considered traitors, thieves, and like heretics. So I have that done. I have that ready, and I could easily convert it over to that method. If you guys wanted me to run that with the Bro Stars, I would do that in a fucking, New York minute. I would do that in a second. I had like that Always Sunny in Bro Starvania game we did. I hadn't slept. Hand was broken. We had just done that event all fucking day. We had just flown in the day before. And I know I, for a fact, still had a huge blast after doing that and playing that game, even though we got almost nowhere because we just kept laughing.
It's true.
I think the crackhead at the gas station with Clay. Like, I remember so much of that. Like, that night was just as memorable to me as the event at the store.
Yeah.
So, anytime the Bro Stars won in, I don't think any one of us would ever fucking question it. And if you guys want me to run that as a Castlevania game, we can do that.
Yeah.
I'll do that. As long as, I mean, Nick's kind of the less, D&D proponent of it. But generally speaking, if you guys are down, I'll run that shit.
Yeah,
I'm down.
that'd be fun.
I'm absolutely in.
Yeah.
So I guess you wrangle up the Bro Stars. That'll be your job, and mine'll be running the
Your
game.
internet's breaking up incredibly bad.
Oh, are you good now?
You good now, Jura?
I see Willie moving plenty. Jura's got his eyebrows tapping, but can you hear us?
It sounds horrible. It sounds like robots fucking.
Oh.
There it is. It's better.
Okay.
Are we good?
All right.
Chris, your internet spiked and dipped up to 651 ping just now.
I didn't do it. What do you want from me?
I just cleared it out. I just cleared it out and refreshed your router. So
Thank you. You totally did, didn't you? Yep.
I did. Yeah.
Some people would be scared having a hulking giant like you looking over their shoulder. For me, I'm just like, it's my guardian demon.
No, I think he was basically saying, like, anytime you want to wrangle them up, we're down.
Yeah. That'll be if you can get the Bro Stars together, I'll run it. Period.
I will call Matt right now and pull him from his chamber of meditation, which is just the weight room, and I will tell him.
Yeah. I mean, I
And
don't
he
know.
will listen.
I hoped we made it clear that pretty much any time they want to get involved with almost anything we do, I fucking love those guys. Okay, I'm in for whatever.
You know what I'd like to have in a game?
What?
Quentin.
Oh yeah.
Dude, invite him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't care how many people here. I've wrangled worse.
Sunny D.
Sunny D.
Sunny D, if you're listening to this, come play with us.
Like I absolutely.
I feel like Lestat and Queen of the Dam. Come out and play.
Come out and play. Yeah, that'll be a fucking blast. I'm in.
Amazing.
It'll be way smoother than last
Anything
time.
else?
Just for my final word, again, join the Discord. We're running games all the time, both us as well as our members. It's free to join. The links are all in the description below, and come and say hi. Because if you're watching this and you like what we're saying, and
you sat there for this long.
yeah, you will greatly enjoy your time there. Yeah, because the games we run, both they are always stuff that we cover here on the channel. And any game that I personally run, every time I do a guide, there's going to be a game session accompanying it. So when you see that stuff come on the channel and it interests you, join.
Don't be fucking shy.
Yeah,
There's no
come
need to
on
be
in.
shy. Every one of us is a misfit, and that is ironically the fact that we're all so fucking weird or different is the one major thing that we all have in common.
If you're normal, you're the outsider.
Yeah, and if pretty much it's a safe space. There may occasionally be an ass or two that'll open their mouths, but we'll take care of it if it happens.
Usually one of us.
I've done it.
And also Jura's amazing contribution will you'll be recorded in these sessions. You know, it's a fun time. It's an amazing fun time.
And maybe you'll grow a beard like Jura if you play in the rooms.
No,
I think he built that in there.
No.
It's at 48 follicles.
I'll fucking kill you. If you are even curious about Tabletop RPG and you're afraid, come join the Discord. Reach out to me. Reach out to Nick. Reach out to Lenny. Reach out to Chris. We love having new members. We love having new players, and we love this shit. We eat, breathe, and sleep about this shit. And I guess what I'm saying is that never be ashamed of your hobby. Come join the fun, do good, and die great.
I just want to add on to that and say that you could trust us because we never had a Patreon before we had a YouTube channel.
I
Or
do
wear
have
scally
the
caps in
thing.
our videos.
just
Well done.
bang, bang, bang.
Well done. Yeah, no, seriously, like, I mean, I've known you 13 years.
Yeah. Yep.
Nick, I've known you for years, but you and I never really, like, our paths crossed a lot, but we never really got to know each other. Jura, I've known
don't merchant
you,
stores.
what, 2 years?
But he's known
You've
you
known
long.
me longer.
I've known Jura my whole life. He's lived in the shadows.
No, but
Every
like,
night, Nick's parents tucked him into bed as a young child. He looked over into the left corner of his room, and there was just like a thumbs up that like reached out and then like went back. To the
Was
shadow.
Mike
That
the big
me.
monster from Monsters Inc. or was that Sully?
Sully.
You're like Sully. Except for you
Yeah.
literally fucking eat people if you don't like them.
It's true.
Yeah. Come follow the Botch Pit. Watch Nick and Chris and Lenny join me in Nuke Atlanta with Bobby Doug and Steve C in Wasteland, and watch Nick wear assless chaps the entire weekend.
Oh shit. Fuck Patreon. We gotta start an OnlyFans. That's where the future tabletop's at.
Onlyphase.com.
But
OnlyFans.com.
Darth Femboy.
yes.
Lenny, just continue. Say your thing.
No, but I've known you longest. I've got to know you guys over the past few years, and honestly, like I talk to you guys more than my own family.
Yeah.
And like even the people in Discord, like everyone just always in a good mood and texting everyone good morning and like stuff like that. It's a really really awesome community that we've built.
If you're looking for a daddy, I'll be it. That's what Lenny's saying.
Choke me, leather daddy. Hit me harder.
But no,
Right through the nipple. Right through.
I mean, no, seriously. Like, if you, at any point you've been curious about like tabletopping and stuff like that, just come in. And like the best way to experience is really to immerse yourself. Because like the first time I ever tabletopped was with you, and it was single-handedly the worst experience I've ever had.
I wasn't running the game, for the record. I want to clarify that shit right now. Sorry.
Yeah, it was not you, thankfully, because if you had been running, I'd have been like, get the fuck away
How
from me, lose
hot
my
was
number.
it in the house that
It was
day?
like 98 degrees that day.
98 degrees in my house, no air
And
conditioning.
it was even worse because we were playing by that big ass window that was magnifying the fucking sun. You fucking cuck.
Like, I was happier about it. I
Yeah.
remember I asked Michelle like 100 times. I'm like, honey, let me turn on the air conditioning. No, I'm going. It burn.
But I'm glad you actually convinced me to do it again. And the fact that you got Nick too, and then Jura found his way into our hearts.
Again, Jerry legit was just like, hi, I like you guys. Can I talk to you? We're like, yes, please talk to us. And he's like, good, you made a contract. I'm in. So what's up? And the minute you said yes, it's like a vampire past the foyer. He's like, thanks, guys. I'm fucking here. Let's do some shit.
But no, it's a lot of fun, and if you join, you definitely will not regret it because you're gonna meet a lot of great people, both in the Discord and out. Because like
And Sloth. Sorry, Sloth, I love
alone.
you. No, Sloth is awesome. Sloth was trying to keep me from dying today.
We should just take a few seconds to tell Sloth how we feel about him. Fuck you, Sloth.
I'm not gonna say that. Sloth was my comfort animal when my car was on
Fast
fire
Eddie.
today.
I'm a little mad at Sloth because he sabotaged my efforts today. Chris, I have something to tell you. I was the one that cut your belt.
Yeah. So it's like, yo, dude, I seen him do it. I seen it.
But no, everyone's really cool, and you're gonna meet a lot of the cool people doing this, and you definitely won't regret it. But the other thing I was gonna bring up too, you're a fucking liar. You literally lied to everyone a few minutes ago, because we are not in between two games. What's going to happen is we're going to come in with 2, and then 2 more are going to populate the day before, and then another 18 are going to happen the day of.
Lenny.
What?
Show me on your hands the number 2.
I went like that, and then I went like that, and yeah, fuck off.
Is this the German thing?
I don't know. Is he making fun of me or not? I don't know. I probably held up the wrong number because I wasn't paying attention. I was so focused on shitting on Chris.
Don't worry, I'm gonna magnify your hands during that moment. And then
I want you
magnify
to.
your
No, they're too
I
small.
want you to.
What?
I want Nick to. Like, just zoom in on his hand when he does it.
And then zoom in on your face, Jira. Like it goes to his hand right to
He's
your
like-
face.
Like, look at my hands. These look like the hands of a small man? Or do I look strong?
Oh, man. No, I just wanted to give you shit about that because when you said, yeah, we're between 2 games, I'm like, dude, that's going to change the fucking day of. Who are you kidding?
So I gotta get chicken tenders and sheets.
I think I'm good. It's good
I
to be
mean,
back.
Yeah. I mean, are we really?
Yeah.
We're back, baby. Done.
Yep.
Here we
He's got a
go.
cold cut the
Whirlwind
video right
adventure.
there. He's like, did we hit the quota?